Purge Music.
Oh, I think I love that now.
Oh my God.
I think I love that bomb now to start the show. Woo! All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, and welcome back to the place where nothing is safe. This is episode 152 of the Jig Is Up podcast, and you know me. I'm your host, yours, Marco, and I'm with.
It's your guy, I'm Easy.
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blaze Your Mommy.
It's your boy, Kmart, a.k.a. Clutch, a.k.a. I'm here.
All right. So we're going to start the show off with an announcement. It's already been a year since we went to the Barber Fest. And guess what?
Hey.
Mark your calendars, August 25th, 2019. The Jig Is Up podcast will be back at the Barber Fest podcasting alongside with all the barbers. Getting a haircut.
All the barbers.
Catching
All the barbers.
Catching all the fades, all the tapers,
Left and right.
all the flat tops.
All of them.
Every single one.
Yeah, so we'll
And
be
the
back
edges.
there. So, if you guys are listeners of the Jig Is Up podcast and you want to get your hair cut and all that stuff, just come on down. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Just like last year, Kmart.
You hear the background noise.
Kmart was a
It's gonna be
model.
festival.
Kmart was modeling, and he won he helped the number one guy
Yep.
to win it all.
Yep.
So Kmart,
Shout outs to him. You know who he is.
you know who you are.
Yeah, man. Hey,
got you.
we're doing it next year. Yo, hit me up, man.
Repeat?
Hey, we're gonna do a repeat.
Y'all going for the repeat?
All right, I'm down, man. So
Okay.
you know where the booth is at, man. Stop by the booth. You already know what it is, man.
Defending champs.
Yeah. You got to defend that shit.
He's gonna come in like Ali. The champ is here.
Hell yeah, with the fucking fro, homie.
You ain't cutting your hair again?
I'm not cutting my hair, homie. Fuck that. Wait till after July? Beginning of July. I'm not gonna cut my hair.
Yeah, so that's what's up, man. So, man, who y'all vibing to this week?
Vibe. Sorry.
I guess I've been fucking with Lil Nas X, man, with that Uptown Road.
Yeah.
the Old Town
shit.
remix.
I low-key been listening to only the remix, though.
Hey, Billy Ray Cyrus got the bars,
Hey,
nigga.
homie. Hey, y'all get that thing on Futures, homie.
Yeah.
he put
Billy
it down. I was
Billy
like,
Ray's
okay.
verse, his stock just went up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hey, I'm not gonna front. When I first heard, so the first time I actually even heard the song was like, not like a meme, but like it was a video of a horse. Like someone was driving, there's a horse in the stall. Like you know how like they have them connected, and the song was on, and then the horse was like bumping his head, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And I was just like, "Okay, whatever." So I didn't even know that was like a real like song. And the next thing you know, like I heard that because at work the kids were bumping it, and I was like, "That's a real song."
Yeah.
But the song is like hella short, you know.
Yeah, the song is short, but
But it's catchy. Like it's like stuck in my head.
play that while playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And where I live, Spring Valley, there's a lot of people who be riding on horsebacks.
Yeah.
Horseback riding.
They
out
ride
there.
it in IB too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you play
Dogs, horses be shitting and shit on the road. I'm like,
you played it, you bump that shit while
that's
while bumping that.
the girls. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The
Continue.
girls? No, go ahead.
No, I was saying since I'm going back on tour on Wednesday, going to Jamaica, and it's funny because the girls were like,
Whoa, tour.
the girls. The girls are talking about like, oh, do you guys want to ride the horses in the water? And I'm like, in my head immediately, that song popped in my head. I'm like, I'm about to record that shit while they're on the horses.
That
shit's gonna be so funny.
Motherfucker.
Get your tickets now.
Yeah, so that's just in case you guys hear that, that's the cheers from the people who are watching the last final game.
No, I'm just kidding.
Which I'm surprised there's like people out there cheering.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's bandwagon bootlegger, of course. You know, they're just gonna just hop on whoever's bandwagon who's hot in the sports world. You know, so you know how that goes.
It's probably like a couple people
business.
from both.
Yeah, it's business.
Colleges.
It's a business.
It's no loyalty in this bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also, you know, people that are fans of the sport, it's just like watching Super Bowl. Like, if most people's teams don't make it, it's just only the last two standing, and people will watch it.
It is exciting, though. I'm not going to lie. It's really good competition, so it's fun to watch.
All right. Any other announcements? Are we doing anything else? Well, that's about it. You know, SD Barberfest and Nessa will be in Jamaica.
Get your tickets now.
And Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus
is
a song that people's playing right now.
And of course, off top that, you know, I've been playing like Nipsey's catalog. I played Crenshaw, Mailbox Money, played The Marathon Continues, Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 3. So I've been helping with them streams, you know. The man owns his masters. The man owns his masters, so, you know, go out and support. But before I get into that, I do want to have like a fun question to ask the crew. I finally saw Us.
Okay.
And it just made me think when I was watching the movie.
I haven't seen it, but I don't care about spoilers. So you guys can.
It had me thinking as the climax of the movie or the initial problems start to happen when you start seeing the uprising of the tethered people. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, if I was in either world, if I was either dealing with the Purge or the tethered uprising, which ones would I rather deal with? So I was thinking, so I asked about it on Facebook. Some people said, oh, the Purge off top.
Yeah,
but
off top.
I wouldn't be quick to say the Purge too quickly, man. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't go off and just say the Purge. Why? Because it's only 24 hours?
It's not. It's 12 hours.
12 hours for the
night? I thought it was 24 hours.
It's 12.
It's an overnight thing?
I think it's like from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh, so it's 12 hours. Still, that can happen in 12 hours, nigga.
Yeah.
It's a long ass time.
That's a long ass time for a lot of people to do a lot of bullshit.
Man, you better go hide in the woods or some shit.
Not to mention, I watched the most recent Purge. And
the first Purge.
And that shit's trip. It takes place in New York. In a poverty-ridden area. I don't want to say where because probably, you know, whatever. So what happens is this Purge is the very first Purge ever. They do it in a small, you know, just small area in one city, not the whole U.S., just to test it out. And people are partying. So what they do is they send in mercenaries and the military to start killing people. I'm like, nigga, I don't know about that. Y'all talking about some Purge? You have to include that too.
Oh man,
you have to include that shit too.
Because it's government. You
want to go against the government?
It's
nigga?
mandated by the law. It's mandated. It's law mandated.
Yeah.
No.
So you got to remember, they let you know that all crime is legal for the next 12 hours.
Yeah, like how ready are we going to be against the government, nigga? We talking about the military.
They got like
on top of just mercenary, you know, not just the mercenaries, the military too, coming in with the fucking armored trucks and all that shit.
Yeah,
they got the toys.
Nigga, what? Yeah. I'll take my chances with scissors over here. You know, myself holding scissors. Like, what's up? What's happening? Shit, that's it. Like, I don't care what they like. The homie Jay, he said Purge right away. I'm like, hey, man, you need to watch this other Purge right here because the other ones I understand.
Yeah,
the one in L.A. and then the first Purge movie. I get it, but nah, nigga, this last one told me like, nope, I'm not picking the Purge.
You have to be rich with a panic room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even still,
because the people who installed the panic room probably like, you know what? Let's get this motherfucker. I know.
Right,
the codes.
exactly.
So we know the codes. Disarmed all that shit.
Like the master code to unlock
the
it.
Government,
and shit like
the military, they have all the tech. Ahead of us first, so ain't no telling that panic room might be paper room.
They EMP the grenades and shit. They go up all your electronics.
Man, you get some stealth bombers and shit. Fuck that. Like, they go in the sky. We can't do shit in the sky, homie. So
Because think about it like this: the
You
tethered,
ground, you're done.
the tethered, they're easy targets. All they doing is hands across America. Just bomb the
Hands up,
motherfuckers.
All they do is hands across America.
That's all they do. They're just standing targets. Just fucking smoke them niggas.
Yeah.
If you got a gun, you can smoke them dudes. But they are hard to kill though.
Yep.
They all hard to kill.
Yeah, if you're trying to do it the old-fashioned way,
Yeah.
with these hands and a bat or
You in for a fight.
yeah,
But they originally started out by going after
themselves. Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So it's not like a bunch is going to come. Well, actually, I don't know.
They did. Remember, they were taping it. They were like, "Oh my god, what is going on?" They killed the cameraman.
But that was that was his own person.
How do we know that?
I'm the only reason. Well, I'm just going based off of what we saw.
The Taylor family tried to kill the Wilsons.
But first, they came after themselves.
Yeah, and then afterwards, yeah. So who's there they killed?
That's the other thing about us. You're not just dealing with yourself either. All the other people might get at you. It's just that at the end when they're holding hands, it's like they already made their statement.
Yeah.
So it kind of felt like a purge too. Mm-hmm. Like after a certain amount of time of them going wild and doing their thing, like they not fucking with you after that.
Yeah, they got out of their system. And did you guys understood the reference to Jeremiah 11:11?
I looked it up while I was in the movies.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what?
What was it? What was it? Teach these devils.
Oh, I don't know about her right now. I can look it up unless you already have it.
Oh, Jeremiah 11:11. Well, I have a layman's explanation for Jeremiah 11:11. So basically, it's saying like for your false and idol worship, and when bad shit start to happen for you, God is like,
He's not trying to hear you.
I ain't trying to hear it. God is like, you're on your own.
Mm-hmm. That's basically what 11:11 said. I was like, what?
Damn.
And all the motifs was like 11 this, 11:11 was the time when little Jason's supposed to go to sleep. They're watching the baseball score is like 11:11. Like all this 11 shit was cool. It was crazy. Like I don't know.
And what's crazy about that is like the first thing I thought was like, that's usually when I make a wish, man.
Yeah,
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
It's like what? I don't wish for them.
Okay, so we're big spoilers, but what did you guys get out of the movie when you watched it?
Anybody?
What did you watch it? Did you like the plot twist or the alleged plot twist of the movie?
Spoiler alerts.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it, or how come you didn't like it?
Cause that bitch won, man.
The villain won. The real villain won.
Yeah, man.
Or how about like this? How about look at it like this?
She choked the girl out, kidnapped her, and did the switch, man. That shit wasn't cool, man.
But how about this though?
That girl didn't deserve that shit.
You gotta think about it. That little girl was from the bottom.
I mean, she didn't deserve it either, but it ain't the other girl fault.
And she rose to the top. And even as a clone,
don't do that.
Even as a clone, she can find love and a family and create life.
And get her club shot up.
Get her club shot.
And have 2 of them.
And she went vegan, dog. She got tired of eating rabbits.
Oh damn!
So she made the other eat the rabbits.
Oh no! She was the other person who switched. They were eating rabbits. Damn! What a horrible life, dude.
She was talking like this.
Yeah. Why you think she had to drink rabbit's blood?
Oh, bro!
Like what other thing you could drink?
Damn! They were treating like that. The clone.
That living room scene was intense,
dude. I wanted to give her some water so bad.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that shit. I was like, somebody please give her some water.
Like, what do you want? She's like, what are you?
Some coconut water.
Where?
Marcos.
Damn.
Shit, so stalling that long.
Bro,
10 minutes later.
like
30 minutes later.
Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, I tell you what.
Eat a biscuit from churches or something.
Her dance moves and her walk was flawless.
Yo, I said like if I get my ass whooped and someone like prances out of the classroom like that, nah, nigga, you got to kill me.
We need a part 2, nigga. Nah, fuck that.
You
continuation, motherfucker.
You gonna have to kill me, nigga. Fuck that. You are not just gonna
feel all disrespected.
All I feel hella disrespect. I'm losing the fight. You gonna prance around like that?
You lost.
This ain't an easy fade, motherfucker. Get your ass back in here.
Hey, she was making that bitch suffer too. She was making her suffer.
Yeah, she was fucking her up.
Oh man.
She was fucking her up.
She's like, you missed? Psych.
Nigga, and it was literally like she wasn't looking. She saw dancing out the way. I'm like, this bitch hit her, nigga. Damn, you can't hit her.
Damn.
She right there. You can at least like, she's swinging like she's swinging for the fences and missing. I'm like, just poke her motherfucking ass with the end of it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. We were cheering for the wrong Lupita all along.
I mean,
to the Ben Rileys out there.
You know what? By that time, I got it. I was like,
by which time?
When she was fighting her in that classroom and she couldn't hit her with shit, I'm like, yo, she's not the one that's in control between those two. She's not the real one. She's the tethered one. Just from the earlier situation with her son.
Remember, she couldn't dance anymore after age 14. After ballet. After the ballet, she said she had a hard time talking to people. Even the mom picked it up, and when they went to the therapist, it was like, that's not my daughter.
She's like, I just want my daughter back.
She's like, that's not my daughter.
Damn.
Hey, Ma Dukes picked up on it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
she was a Ben Riley, huh?
Pretty much.
Hey, man.
And then just a lot of stuff too, like how like in the beginning,
say Kane.
How in the beginning she was like snapping and she was like getting rhythm, and then I was just like, of course in the beginning you didn't know, but then once I heard she was a dancer, and then immediately I went back to that and I was like, how this bitch ain't got no rhythm but she was a dancer, like
because she's a clone and clones ain't got no soul.
No, at the time, like this was before all that, and that's when I kind of was
double
like,
entendre. Did y'all get that?
Yeah,
bars.
She's a black woman with no soul, nigga.
Stupid.
That's why she ain't got no rhythm.
Hold on, Marco. I gotta correct this nigga over here. No, not Ben Riley.
Yes,
Kane,
Ben Riley,
nigga.
no,
it was
Kane.
more clones that was fucked up.
Nah,
Ben Riley was on point, nigga. Fuck that. That was my nigga, Scarlet Spider. Fuck him. Him over there. Fuck him. That's my favorite
He
Spider
just
Man.
pointed at him over there. Fuck him. Yeah, you nigga. Yeah, I'm pointing at you, nigga.
Put the cameras on him. You nigga.
He's like, you nigga. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
Really, bro?
We're joking.
I know.
Yeah,
I said it out there to all the
did
nerds and comic. Oh yeah, I did that on purpose, of course.
But yeah, I caught on like way like earlier. Well, of course I didn't know for sure, but I already started speculating like earlier with that.
Like she's mad scared every time.
And then
the
baby
whole worry, how she was wearing,
yeah, and then how baby was like, trying to talk in the beginning with her fucking just stuffed a whole ass biscuit in her mouth, sound like, and then but nobody else was talking.
Popeye's chicken biscuits.
I was gonna say a McDonald's sausage biscuit.
Dry ass. Water.
Yo,
sausage biscuit is delicious, but I need something to drink.
Yo, making their children had to be awkward as fuck.
Man.
With Abraham, the other version of Winston Duke's character, he busting a nut. And she's like, oh yeah.
Yo, when he was on the boat trying to have a conversation across the water, and who was he talking to? Was he talking to her?
He was talking to the tethered version of the Taylors.
Okay, because I thought he was talking to her. Because
remember he was like, because he was like, and someone was like, or something back. And I'm like, these niggas communicating, but we didn't know who he was talking to. Yeah. And then we found out it was the Taylors.
Yeah, that shit was funny because I assumed it was his girl.
Hey,
his
those fucking twins scared the shit out of me though.
Yeah,
they're doing cartwheels and shit.
Yeah, that was like,
in the doorway and shit.
What
really motherfucker held a handstand until the kids walked in and she just was behind them. Oh, turn around, turn your black ass around. You gonna do a lot of that. Hey, Kay, when you watch it, you gonna do a lot of like, your typical scary movie.
And the thing is, like,
go this way, don't go that way. You're stupid. And all of that. I was doing that.
Yo,
the whole movie.
I ain't gonna lie. I was laughing when she did the behind the car with her the daughter.
Yeah,
it was like tag. She's like, what you doing with that scissor? Yeah. What you doing with that scissor? Yeah. And I just hated when I was like, bitch, get on top of the car.
Yeah, I just hated when she bent down. I was like, you about to get stabbed all in your back, stupid.
Oh boy.
But that's the thing I didn't get was because with their family, everything was kind of more like on chill mode. Like it was like they waited. Whereas with all the other family, like with the Taylor family, that's the white folks.
Yeah.
They just came up to them and just like automatically killed him.
But you got to remember, Red wanted to make her suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Red wanted to make her suffer. She wasn't in a rush just to get her out of there real quick. She could have a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when the neighbors grabbed her up, the tethered version of the neighbors. Yeah. I was like, nigga, she's gone. But then I thought about it, I was like, well, if the tethered version of Lupita arranged the whole thing, I'm pretty sure she put the word out I want her.
She's the only one who could speak.
Yeah.
So they looked at her as the Messiah to get him out there, to let them be heard. You know, it's basically it really is like a revolt to them because it's like we will no longer be silenced. So you have a feel for them. So it has a certain hint of classism in that movie that I think Jordan Peele was trying to convey his message through that. And yeah, man, and yeah, Lupita was fucking creepy, man. She did the little hand signals and she the split
that little boy, the tethered version of that boy was creepy.
Oh, or is he the tethered version?
So, with saying that,
or is he the tethered version?
Okay, so one of my kids came in today. My kid came in today, and he was like, "Miss Vanessa, I finally watched Us." I was like, "Okay, so what'd you think?" He's like, "I liked it." So he kind of was like saying little stuff here and there, and then he's like, "I don't care. I'm gonna say it." He's like, "I think that's not the little boy. I feel like that's the tethered boy." And I was like, "Why do you think that?" And then he's just like, I feel like they got switched. You know how like
last summer because remember she said you don't want to burn the house down like last time. Remember
he was saying he was thinking, you know how like he like kind of ventured off, and then the guy that was just killed, the guy that had the 1111 on his forehead, and you know how he was like just standing like this, and then
that was his tethered version.
No, yeah. But then he said, you know, because that's when the boy went to the bathroom. So that's what one of my kids was saying. Like, he thinks that's when they got switched.
I think they got switched off camera.
Yeah,
that's off camera.
At the beach.
Yeah. No, not during the movie, because remember they went to that vacation. Movie. Yeah, they went on that vacation last year. Remember, I believe Lupita's character, she's the red one, she was like, just be careful, don't try to burn the house down. And like as she said, like that's what happened before. And remember, the little boy was trying like, I know this trick, but I can't do it. Yeah. The alleged tethered version already knew how to start fire. The other one didn't. And also Jason didn't, like, he was learning new words. And he was off rhythm as well. And then at the end, when he found out that his mom was the tethered one, he just looked at her and put his mask on.
Yeah,
but then it was like, then how is he able to talk right away?
Because she had to teach him how to speak. She taught him how to speak. Like, if you look at their connection, like look at her connection compared to her daughter and to her husband. Her strongest connection is with her son.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ooh.
But these are theories, though.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
You know,
it sounds so good.
When I talked to Jay about it, he was like, not even the son. He's like, not even the son. None of this surprised me.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Like, Jay, man, if you don't knock it off.
I mean, you know, I had my not assumptions, but I had my reasons to think maybe. It's other one, but I didn't just, you know, make it so for me in my head.
Yeah. And then like, and what also was like confirming it too, well, for me was like when the daughter, remember how like she had hit the brakes and then she flew into the tree, and then remember when she went out,
to finish the job, and she couldn't do it.
I don't feel like it's not that she couldn't do it. I think she just kind of made it seem like she was going to, but she wasn't going to do it. And that's what made me like, oh, because she was like, shh, right? She was like telling her, shh, like to be quiet. And then like, I mean, she ended up dying, but she didn't finish her off. Yeah. I was like, oh, that bitch is tethered as fuck. And then when the son was backing into the freaking fire, she was like, no. Like she like didn't want him to go.
Yeah.
You know, so I was just like,
Yeah, that's the part that kind of throws it off with the theory, because I'm like, if the tether version of Lupita wasn't in control and couldn't even lay a fucking hand on her untethered self, and the boy was able to get the quote unquote tethered version of the boy to
walk into
to
the
mimic
fire.
his every move and walk into the fire, I was like, wait, so I don't know how I would be able to explain it to myself to figure out if the boy is the real one or not. Just with that part really kind of mixed it up for me. Because that told me, I'm like, well, he pretty much the
real
seemed
one.
like the real one from doing that. After doing that,
How you guys feel about Winston Duke's performance?
What?
As a watch,
what's that laugh for?
me and Marco talked about it earlier.
As a wash dad,
yeah, say it again.
as a hella wash dad,
people were, well, from what I've heard from Marco, people were not feeling his character.
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, what's wrong?
Because he's
What?
he has some weak moments, man.
Oh man,
He's supposed to be the protector.
He was like,
shit.
it's kind of like you a big for nothing type of nigga. Like,
Yeah. Hey, but I tell you what, he was the most entertaining person of the movie.
hey, but
though.
when push came to shove, the nigga got some shit done.
Yeah, we talked about it, like that he held his own twice
okay.
for these niggas, man.
Well, at least he did something. I'm just happy.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah, the daughter did too. She held it down.
Yeah.
Yo,
But when
Okay, so-
but when she told her to go out and play, it seemed like a sick ass family reunion.
Yeah.
She was like,
her daughter
Put your
was
shoes
the most evil one.
Yeah.
put your shoes on and run.
I feel like she was the only one that was really out to kill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she wasn't bullshitting.
Like, nigga,
She picked
how
up
the
that golf club.
she catch up to her?
She was-
Yo,
Her motherfucking ass. She look. She calmly counted, basically in her head, stretching and stuff, letting her get a head start. Nigga.
I'm talking about mad head
How
start.
she get in front of her?
I'm talking about nigga like three street lights.
Damn.
Am I lying?
Like
three.
No, you're not lying. You're not lying though.
It was like
God
three
damn.
street lights ahead, my nigga.
Look, that's a long distance because
That's
driver's
crazy.
ed taught me that you're supposed to be a street light behind each car, and it takes you 3 seconds to hit that street light. So if we gonna add that up, that's 3 street lights times 3. That's 9 seconds away, and that's a long time when when you talk about running, trying to catch up to somebody. Fuck out of here. She got in front of her, nigga. Like, old girl was running and she hit a corner, and old girl and her tether stuff
her
was
off.
in front of her.
The whole time with a smile on her face. That's what made it the most.
Like, you ain't
creepy.
tired? You was running a lot. You was running fast.
She
Your
probably
best
knew some
effort.
shortcuts, nigga.
So
know,
the
right?
daughter.
She knew it.
So the daughter did track, but she wasn't that like interested in it.
Yeah.
So that bitch was
Yeah.
fast as fuck.
was
As soon as she
gone,
told
yeah.
her to go and she give her a head start and shit, I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
She
it's
was
over for the
booking it.
bitch.
And that posed another question in my mind. I'm like, so if the daughter ran track but wasn't that much interested in it, how the fuck her tethered version was better at it as far as running? Because that's what that told me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she caught up to your ass and got in front of you and cut you off.
But maybe she's not the tethered one because
Shit. I knew he was gonna say that.
no. She maybe they're not really the tethered ones
Hey,
because
that could be a fact.
look, she's coming out of the womb of the real Annabelle Wilson.
That does make sense right there. That actually could explain it right there, just from that.
I'm just saying, man.
Were they some half breeds or something? I
Yeah,
don't know,
all of
shit.
them are half breeds.
It's like half versus half breed.
yeah. So
Which
they're-
one got the real side?
So yeah, they're all half breeds then, because the dad above the surface, he didn't know his woman was a tethered.
Yeah, he was ready for round 3, nigga.
He was ready for some action
Baby number 3.
That's funny.
Well,
as
that tether
fuck.
one they did something. So
because they mimic the moves.
Yeah.
So whatever type of dude that you get, that's the type of dude that she gets.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not as nice. It's not as nice when they're mimicking it down in the tethered
Oh yeah, it looks
From the
like
tethered
mad
version.
weird and shit.
Yeah.
It's all like sinister looking.
It was
shit.
like weird seeing the tethered version of her parents.
yeah. Shout out to old boy though.
Yeah,
He's
Yaya
funny.
Abdul-Mateen
Yeah.
playing. Yeah, he's in the movie.
Oh shit!
Black Manta. Yeah,
Black Manta.
Black Manta
Holy
and
shit.
and Starfire's in the movie
God
from
damn.
Titans.
When Marvel DC combine
Yep.
my
and make a
God.
movie. I mean, it's true.
Black Marvel, Black
But
DC.
my
Yeah,
thing is,
they
how
come
do you
together,
see
make a movie.
that? Like,
Jordan Peele unites them.
Like,
You
how
never
do you
seen a
see
crossover
that
so
as
ambitious.
a tether?
This is for
the tethers
us.
are the ones that sees, what's going on in the top, obviously.
Yeah.
But her, Lupita being in the bottom, like, how is she able to see that and know what's going on? You know what I mean?
Oh shit, man!
Because
I don't know the way.
We gotta talk to Jordan Peele about this. Hey, Jordan.
Well, the way. Remember the scene where she was talking about the dancing and like the real self that was in the tether situation. How people followed her.
She became the
from her
leader.
dancing and shit because it was almost like when the tethered version of her moved, she felt it and kind of like it was more like she was in control of basically of the tethered version, but it seemed like she allowed what was going on.
Yeah,
Kind of felt what's going on out there. I don't know. That's kind of what I got from it. Cause I was like, it's like, wait a minute. If she's a tethered one and she's dancing and shit, the one down here is the real one and she's dancing. But like, they have a connection, and I know she's not in control. So that means this one down here must be like allowing some shit to happen or something.
yeah, possibly. How do you guys feel about possibly Get Out and Us being under the same Jordan Peele cinematic universe?
Well, that's what he said, right? That it's going to be a trilogy. So it was like purposely done to.
I think he
be
said
like
he has
that.
4 movies, 4 more movies. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all of them.
Hey man,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
doing a lot of shit
definitely.
in Hollywood right now.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to a lot of them, and his insight on white people, because he has a white wife that's also a comedian. gives you-
And I think he's biracial.
Yeah, and he's biracial, so he has some insight on how certain white people act, and like in Get Out, those are some settings that maybe a biracial man goes through. Like he goes see his his wife's family, and they look mad, like, oh my gosh, how are you? It was up to me, Obama would do a 3rd term.
Yeah, because one thing stood out to me, how they were a black family sounding white as fuck.
And I know that goes to the testament of Jordan Peele just saying, like, why should I have a white lead? He talked about that.
Yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
we all seen that before.
But that also plays to what you're saying right now, as
Yeah.
far as him experiencing, both sides. Where like, I feel like
both sides.
I'm jokingly saying it's like who was sitting in the living room. It was him and his family as the tethered ones, and then the white family on the other side or something. And he's like,
He's so dumb.
Motherfuckers be having them like grunt communication. Yo, can you imagine? Now I've seen some parody versions of Us already, but can you imagine like tether dudes trying to like spit game at a girl underneath? You know what I mean? Niggas be like,
walk up,
them niggas be like,
That's
Stupid.
Garden shit.
So stupid. You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
and mind you, they're following what's happening.
I see a
above.
feature skit in this right now.
So they're following what's happening up above.
Oh,
So whoever up there spitting the best game, this nigga down there spitting trash.
Weak game.
Couple eating fries, they eating rabbits. Couple at the movies, they eating rabbits.
No, a couple at churches, and then these niggas at rabbits. They having rabbits.
And just like, hey, what we eating tonight? They give him like a long, mean look. Like, what the fuck you think we gonna eat? Nigga, rabbits, nigga.
What we eating tonight? Look at her holding a rabbit.
That's why them niggas mad, because they ate rabbits all day.
I would be fucking upset too. Like, we ain't gonna
Yo,
like
and it was
saute
crazy.
this nigga. And, like,
And that's crazy how her little ass got up there. How did she manage to sneak up to the fun house? Because that's the escalator and it only goes down.
I mean, you know, as kids, like, we run up those escalators, man.
Oh, yeah. She was like,
I thought about that automatically. Like, you know, going to the mall or something, the down escalator, like, nigga try to go up it.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a bullshit, though. When she went to that fun house and that shit got dark.
Yeah, it's time to go.
And she was looking at all the mirrors, and then when she seen the back of her head of her other self, nigga, I would have punched myself in the back of the head. Like, I'm running.
It would have been something. It wouldn't have just been what happened.
I'm sorry, nigga.
She's a little kid though, so
I understand, nigga, but I'm taking flight, nigga.
We speaking out of fear. We ain't talking about confidence. This is fear.
This is fight or flight, nigga.
I was gonna say fight or flight.
Yeah, yes.
Nigga, hands are going way off. Fuck that.
Yeah, like I would even say like my tether version would probably get one like his hands up towards me, like, but I'm not getting choked out going to sleep. Like, nigga.
Hey, them motherfuckers are extra strong too. They're like extra strong, extra fast.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Extra agile.
Dude took the bat from Winston Duke and cracked his leg. I'm like, nigga, he's on the other side of a door doing all this and pushing the door. Making him look weak.
And you know, you could tell homie was scared, and Winston Duke did a great job at that.
Yeah.
He was like, if you come out here, there's gonna be some problems.
Yeah.
How long
if y'all want to get crazy, we can get crazy.
And the niggas start walking up. He was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm crazy.
Right?
No, you not, nigga. You ain't about that life.
Right.
His tether self with this shit. Oh yeah? Hey, y'all go around. I'm finna get this nigga right here.
I'll get this nigga. No problem.
Over there chilling. He's all of a sudden you hear he's like, the fuck?
Oh.
Oh, that shit scared me.
Yeah.
Motherfucker got the hider key and shit. I was saying, oh, it's hella over. Fucking, oh my gosh.
Oh man, that shit was funny though, man. It was like, god damn.
Good. I scared you guys. I did my job.
You scare all of us.
Well, at least I scared one person.
Can you imagine the Kmart tethered version of Kmart?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Kmart. Would you get washed by yourself? Would your tether self just wash you?
I don't know.
Like laundry wash you and free dry, like hang dry.
Oh no.
In a fight, you just wash you.
Killing part had this.
Like, imagine fighting yourself. You think like, cause Matt like pick.
Well,
like,
I know one thing
with
for
with
sure.
this being
He'll
said,
be the vegan one then.
he'll be more aggressive.
That nigga be eating rabbits.
Oh no, he's eating rabbits. Never mind.
I'm like, yeah, that's not vegan at
Yeah.
all.
Well, shit. Wait, am I the vegan? Dun, dun. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nah. You
Nah,
eat
y'all
burgers and he eats rabbits.
Yeah, y'all both.
Y'all both eating animals.
Yeah, y'all both eating animals. He
nigga.
just don't cook his. That's the
My
only difference.
nigga.
Yeah, you know what? I see his situation, and then like Scott Pilgrim
He's trying
and
to
his
talk to
evil
him.
self. And they were like hanging out and shit. Like, all right, man, I see you next week. That's them niggas right there.
For sure, nigga. Tell my tether self like, hey man, let's do a podcast, man.
Wow.
He's like, man, I'm like, yeah, my nigga, I feel you. Yeah. Yo, maybe that should be a photo. That should be a photo shoot.
Don't let mine say, I'm gonna fuck go
that'd
in.
be a dope photo shoot, right? Like for Halloween, just for the hell of it, just be like, get some red jumpsuits, a fake leather glove, and some
I
scissors.
feel like people are gonna do that shit.
Be like their tethered versions of themselves on Halloween.
And then you never
Hands
know
across
if it's
America.
real or not.
Oh, you gonna scare some niggas.
Yeah.
If I see you with some scissors, bro, hey, what you doing with them scissors?
Do a
Hey,
flash.
we can't
Do
go
a
next
flash mob of hands, people holding
Oh
hands,
hell.
and cover like a couple blocks, nigga.
Yeah.
We'll scare the fuck out of some people just for those blocks right there.
Damn.
It's like a secret.
Someone's gonna pop that trunk.
Right?
Oh, for real, nigga? For real, nigga?
Hell no.
Oh man,
Y'all wanna play?
Nigga, exterminate. Raid.
Right.
Oh shit, we've been on this for like damn near 40 minutes, man. But what's another thing I wanted to talk about, man?
Hey, I'm hella walking around like Lupita though, the tether version. if I'm gonna dress up like that with the glove and the scissors, I'm gonna be weird as fuck. I'm gonna stay in character too.
Stay in character.
I also
you want something to eat?
How are you?
I also want to ask you guys, how do you guys deal with haters? You know
I don't
what I'm
know.
saying? Like overt or covert haters. If you feel like, some niggas like giving you backhanded compliments or
I let them do that, but I stay aware
that
they're hating. But I let them do their thing to where it until it affects me. Like if it's not affecting me, I'm gonna let them go ahead, dry hate. Do what you gonna do. It ain't doing nothing for me.
Well, I mean, personally, I don't give a damn. I mean, I don't. It's a hater against me and stuff like that. I just keep it going.
Do you guys?
If it doesn't affect my payroll or anything, my it's a living or anything like that, I'm fine.
Do you guys believe in the notion of you're not doing it right if you don't have any haters? Do you feel that success, breeds jealousy, and you're not really truly successful until you breed jealousy out of other people? Do you guys
Our
think
history.
that?
Well, I can only go by our history.
Mm-hmm.
Our history shows us that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I haven't seen the rare occasions where somebody had no haters, when being successful. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that's loved by many get killed by one and shit.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about that, about the whole, just that little part dynamic of the whole Nipsey situation. Like the man has been doing so much good for the community, and it sucks because it's always that one person like, man, fuck that nigga.
Of course.
Yeah, that shit pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
It's like this one person couldn't just fucking, like, nigga, just take it to the chin and keep moving forward, motherfucker. Like,
right.
Just had to fuck up something good.
It's niggas for you, man.
And we talking about like, bro, you didn't sit down and think about you doing that would impact so many people.
So many jobs because he's hiring
so many,
felons.
so many things.
He was hiring felons, man.
Yeah. He had was it Vector 50?
Vector 90.
Vector 90?
Mm-hmm.
He had STEM.
Yep.
Like,
Co-workspace.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, he's doing some real shit. That's gonna help the next generation on forward. Like,
yeah.
And nigga, you decide to shoot the person that's in a position of making these changes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You like you like where you at? Is that what it is? Like, I don't get it. Like, your pride is that strong to fuck up something that could be like,
yeah. And then from an updated version of the story, they said there wasn't even no confrontation.
Yeah.
They said he just came there, he dapped him up, and then he came back.
That's from what Cowboy said that.
Yeah.
In his interview, yeah.
And Sam said that on the article too.
Man,
some
stupid
bullshit.
ass shit.
Some bullshit, man. It's some bullshit. But just to give you guys just a little update. Excuse me, I can't even talk. But first of all, how are you guys still holding up? How do you guys feel? Even a week after now, are you guys still getting better? Still hurts a little bit?
It still hurts, definitely.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like it's a trend. It might be a trend to some people that really don't care, or not even, I don't want to say care, but don't really understand the impact that he had. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But just, and it's kind of hard because just even beyond social media, period, like every single day, it's like, it's not as much as it was the first couple of days, but it's still saturating, like, social media. So if it really affected you, it's kind of hard for it to, you know what I mean, to go away because it's still there in your face. So it's like always a constant reminder. But I do feel like, it is inspiration for a lot of people. And I don't know. I'm excited for what's to come on a positive note. But again, I'm always going to still feel that in my heart. Like it's a fucked up situation either way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm still fucked up about it because it's like, No good deed goes unpunished, because the man was gonna meet up with his homie who was fresh out after 20 years to get him some clothes, something nice so he could wear it for his family to see him. And Nipsey, he wanted to show the hood, like, look, I'm here, I'm real. Like, I don't have security around me. I'm doing good. I'm comfortable. I'm around you guys, and it makes people, it gives certain people a justification why, like, this is why I don't live in the hood, because y'all niggas just never underappreciate shit.
Yeah,
right.
That's why I say fuck the hood. Some niggas be like, man, that's why I say fuck the hood and never go back because of shit like this.
Yeah,
and I feel this is a way to discourage other, up and coming rappers or anybody who wants to do something good for the community, to discourage them to do this. And I don't think it's gonna do that. I think it's gonna intensify even more.
Yeah, because it's like it's hard for for the up and comers and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, man, after this incident happened, you want to do something for your hood. It's like, man, you ain't gave nothing back to the hood, man. He said, this is where you came from, all that stuff and everything. It's like, yeah, you should never come back, man, and all that shit. And, it's like shaming the guy, the artist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You want to do something, hey, a lot of rappers want to put juices to support him. Like, and the same what Nipsey did too as well. But it's kind of sad because, like, if you don't do nothing, then it's like, oh, you fucked up.
It's you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't, you're like, man, fuck him. He ain't real. He left. He ain't shit. Yada yada yada.
Right.
But at the same time, if you there and you shaking hands, you actually being amongst the people.
Being there, yeah.
Yeah, then motherfuckers have that access to you. You know what I'm saying? They have that access to you. Like, oh yeah, that nigga be right there on that corner every day. Catch his ass slipping. It sucks, man. And I think now what people can learn from Nipsey in the future is you can't be a stationary target. You can't be stationary. You can't, I'll just say make appearances once in a while. Keep your bodyguard on you.
But it sucks that you have to say that, and it sucks that has to happen.
Yeah, because Nip, he from what I've been told, that he's very sporadic, spur of the moment. And him going to his store at his plaza that he owns, was a spur of the moment, and he didn't tell his bodyguard. And you can imagine how his bodyguard feels.
Yeah, he's beating himself up about it.
He actually retired.
Yeah,
yeah, because I don't know how you gonna get a job after that, dude. That's how I would be feeling if I was him. Like, man, ain't nobody gonna hire me after that shit. Especially, me letting my homie pass.
He said he's gonna be Nip's Lauren London's bodyguard for life, for free.
Because he wasn't just working with Nip. He started off with that, and he was still his bodyguard, but he was also took on Jacquees. He's also Jacquees' bodyguard as well. So he was getting picked up from other people as well. So he wasn't just
a dedicated bodyguard.
Oh, okay. So it's like a personal.
Yeah.
bodyguard.
So that's why, because some people were like, that don't make sense. How come he's not with him? But it's because he had other obligations as well. But that in particular, he specifically, sources are saying that Nip didn't hit him up, saying that he was gonna go there.
Yeah. Because even his brother in his interview, he was saying how he was telling his brother, like, you can't be out there like that.
Yeah.
Too important.
You can't be out in front of the store like that, dude. That's what he told him, like, before everything happened and all that. Like, from times before, like, you can't be doing this, dude.
Yeah. You're a public figure.
I think now, like, once people, you could learn from this, you actually learn from this. And now knowing, like, when the next person reaches to that status, I just hope they take heed from the unfortunate mistakes that Nipsey made. And they're not like, mistakes like, oh, that was stupid, but it was just like a sense of comfort.
Yeah.
It's like, it was just a sense of comfort that he's in this neighborhood, that he grew up, that he invested and did good for the people, and yet and still it's always going to be one sour, hating ass motherfucker. And for me, like last week, I called that motherfucker a coon. The reason why I call him a coon is the fact that you killed a black man who was doing something very significant and magnanimous for the community. And once you kill a leader like that, to me, you're a fucking coon. You're the same fucking coon who killed fucking Malcolm X. You're the same coon who, you know, who probably corroborated in some assassinations on some other black leaders. You're a coon to me. Period. You know, and people say it's black on black crime, and by and large, yeah, but at the same time, it's proximity. You know, like more than likely, if you're in this area where people gonna look like you and they kill each other, what do you think it's gonna be? Mm-hmm. You know, so that's what I say about that. And then, how you guys feel about Chris Darden being the defense lawyer for Eric Holder?
Yeah, stupid ass nigga.
Good luck with that.
Now let me talk about how I feel about Nip not being here after everything happened. I had a conversation with my lady, and I wrote this to her because she was asking me how I felt, and I'm a person that have my understanding with death, and I'm not the type of person that's like wishing somebody was here after it already happened. Like, it sucks, man, but my what I would say to that is, like, at least they don't have to be here dealing with this bullshit no more.
Right.
And I automatically feel like they're in a better place. So this is what I said to her when she asked me. I was like, today my grievances have turned into a smile on my face in this sad situation. Today God told me Lauren and the kids will be good. Nipsey's family will be good. God said he got them and he got Nip. That's what he told me. Feeling came over me from being sad to a fire igniting in my soul to use this pain for what happened to Nip, for us as black people to do everything I can to make something of myself so I can use that to do everything I can to help our own. A confidence came over me, and I felt like everything is going to be all right because, with this happening, there's got to be something good to happen in the future for us. And, I'm going to do everything I can and with people that feel the same to keep the marathon going. And, I kind of was telling her that. I paraphrased it, though. I didn't want to get too deep.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, yeah, that's what I was going through with it. I kind of made my peace with it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said last week.
Well, I want to say, and I'm going, and basically, I'm going to use my anger to be like, all right, well, motherfuckers want to do this little petty shit, and in somebody's life that was doing positive shit, I'm going to do everything I can to try to keep that positive stuff going. And I know I was just talking about God talking to me, but he know how I feel. I'm like, let a motherfucker run up on me like that. Okay, nigga. I'm gonna have something for you though. I'm not with that shit. Like, this shit pissed me off so bad. It's like, dude, you don't hear a lot of people trying to do good like that, in those situations, like from the hood. And he's been doing so many things that had me like, damn, nigga, I never heard this before.
Because I know he's like contributed a lot of stuff like that, but when I look at the list of like a lot of things, I'm like, oh shit, he did that. Goddamn, like he did a lot of shit. I didn't even realize that because, I usually check this like his like Instagram and stuff like that, like contribute to different charities and helping out and stuff. But I didn't realize how deep he was like doing it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and it's crazy because me and
for an artist stuff like that, you don't.
He's more than an artist.
Yeah, I'm saying more than an artist. Like that's amazing to me. Yeah, and you don't see that.
And me and my lady, we've always had like an entrepreneur type of thing about us. Like, I'm a do it myself person. Like, I always want to start my own companies and stuff and be able to to help people. Like that's always been in me. So to see him do that, I had mad respect for him. I have mad respect for him. And to see what happened, I'm like, I'm not finna just be, grieving and then not do nothing. I'm gonna try to keep the marathon going, basically. I'm gonna do everything I can to push this shit forward and really continue this, because I'm sick of this shit, man. Something good starts to happen for black people, and then something happens to a black person that's doing good by us or for trying to do good for the community. Like, that shit gets on my fucking nerves, bro. Like, I'm using that anger. I'm finna put a battery in my back and
charged up.
Yeah, man. Like, it's inspiring to want to make a change for yourself too. Like, but it sucks. It has to be out of anger for me.
I mean, whatever is the deciding factor that gets you motivated, as long as you use that in a positive manner,
right?
However you get there, you get there. So I just say to that, man, becoming at peace with his death is a tough thing, but at the same time, we look at all of his accomplishments, all the things that he set out to do, and that's why he named his album Victory Lap, because he already finished. He's like, victory's mine. I did everything that I wanted to do, well, that I set out to do initially, and everything I do after that is extra. So, I'm starting to become more at peace with it. It's kind of hard to deal with it when I see flyers of this memorial that's going to be held at Staples Center. And, looking at all these old interviews that he had, and he had so much to offer to the world. And, I saw like videos of a photo of him with his father and his brother out there in Africa, just connecting back to his roots and, all that stuff. And also, you know what, man? Maybe not many people are noticing this, but I think Nipsey Hussle made it cool for you just to be a husband, to be a family man too, at that age. I know Jay-Z, made it like, I think Nipsey gave it a different level to it. Certain way. Like, yo, like I could, let me and my girl be a Lauren and Nipsey, Like, and not many people,
man, he
made it cool. Like, he actually made it cool.
And what makes it so cool is he was a gangster. Like, like he belonged to the 60s. Like, and he made it cool to be, to love a woman the right way and get your money the right way and start business. Like, man,
all because of some type of jealousy. But this whole Chris Darden hire and him not doing it for pro bono, that's raising some antennas, man.
Back to these conspiracies.
Yeah, it's raising antennas, man.
Compare thief.
He's compare these. Got some compare these. Is that gonna be the title? Compare these.
Compare these.
We could do that.
That's stupid, guys.
Yo, I was gonna use that today. Use your common sense. I was gonna use that for. I think we're gonna talk about him later or soon.
Okay, but it's just gonna raise some antennas, man. It's gonna raise some antennas because, like, yo, this motherfucker try to check in to a mental institution. I don't know if it's true or not that Eric Holder was an informant. If he was, they say he was an informant. He caught a body, and he managed to find a gun still. And it's just raising some questions. And then they had the getaway driver in question, but they let her go. But they might come back and try to pursue some lawful actions on her.
Yeah, because they better get her before the hood does. Because from what I heard, the hood is after her.
Yikes!
People are.
Why are you in L.A.?
Nigga,
bitch, why are you still in L.A.?
Fuck out of there.
Yo, like, but
she broke, dog. No,
but shout outs
Use your
to
feet.
but shout outs to the Fruit of Islam showing up there. Shout out to the
that.
8 Trays in the 60s. Getting together, making peace. That was a big thing. I'm not a hood nigga.
The Hoovers, nigga.
Like the whole, like all the LA sets and gangs were there.
Yeah, mind you, Hoovers are when they bang, they say CK, BK, EK. Crip killer, blood killer, everybody killer. Like for them to show up, I was super surprised. I'm like, nigga, Hoover showed up? Hey,
That's what's up.
that nigga Nip, man.
And that's another thing. He was bringing the Crips, the Bloods, SJs, and the LAPD together.
Yeah.
How you going to get mourned by Crips, Bloods, SJs, and the fucking LAPD at the same damn time?
That's nuts.
And
That's
the
unheard
Metro
of.
and the Metro City Bus Company.
Yo, the Metro, yeah, they changed the number to Nip. Like it was just a Nip like bus stop because he take the 10, I think.
I think it's the 108.
The 108? Yeah. So yeah, they changed it to Nip.
You know what's crazy, Marco? When I was living out there catching a bus, that was the corner I would get off to get on another bus. Every day.
Yeah.
I was at that Louisiana chicken spot in front of it at a bench. Not even paying attention across the street where the actual store is and everything. I'm sitting there catching a bus every day.
Ready to go to work.
Yep.
On your marathon.
Right.
On your grind. You probably listen to Nip too. You like, yeah, my grind.
Yeah, I was playing Keys to the City Part 1, niggas. Because I know Part 2, I forgot to correct that or say that the last time. But yeah, Keys to the City Part 1 on the marathon. Yeah, that was my shit. I was playing that on the bus, of course.
Blue Laces Part 1 was pretty dope too.
Yeah.
From West Side, California.
It's just, seeing after everything happened and stuff and seeing that street corner, I'm like, nigga, I know that fat burger. I was happy when they put it there. Like, wait a minute, I was up and down that street. Like some days I would just catch the bus over to like different spots, just to kind of venture over there. Cause like down that street, down Slauson, like from that street corner, I don't know the direction. I can't say it right now, but you can go to the Slauson swap meet. It's just it's not far at all.
Yeah.
And they, back then you wanted to stay away from there.
And that's the thing. He wanted to make Crenshaw like a place where you don't have to fear. You're like, yo, I want to come over here and draw business. He know that it's gonna raise property value. Like Nip knows his history. He knew his history back in LA about the redlining and all the segregation. It's fucking crazy, man. Like we could go on and on for this, but to put a button, man, that was just like our little updates on the Nipsey Hussle. We're still holding together. Dago loves the fuck out of you, dog.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, man.
We love you, Nip.
Respect the shit out of you, dog.
So I mean, and you impacted a lot of people. I'm seeing vigils from Houston, Detroit, New Orleans,
nigga, New York.
New York, homie.
Like, what, Florida too? Did Florida get in on it? I think so. I think Miami too.
I think Virginia.
Just
everywhere, man.
Like, as corny as it may sound, but real recognize real. Doesn't matter where you from. When you can relate to a person, no matter what, that shit's real. R.I.P. Nip Hussle, man.
Yep.
R.I.P. man. R.I.P. to the king, man. So Nessa.
Yes.
What's up with the NSA? We ready?
Stay ready.
Oh, stay ready.
If you stay ready,
Stupid.
you ain't got to get ready. Get ready.
Killing starting up the music.
Well, that's a big gun.
Yeah, son, where do you find this? This is the Niggas Up podcast.
I hate you.
Yo, she would make the most she would be the worst phone sex operator in the world. Niggas be like, hey girl, what you wearing?
Red jumpsuit.
Oh my god.
Yo. Dude, they'll put her. No, let me stop. You know how like hotlines have those type of hotlines have different different categories. She like the old lady shit. They'll put her in
have
the
read,
cougar section or something.
have read as an ASMR.
Go to sleep.
Oh my god,
That's
not soothing.
Niggas have nightmares.
Oh my god.
Oh,
My
man.
son was born in the fire. They had to cut me and take him out with me being awake, alive.
I just wanted her to say,
All my life.
That's so funny.
I swear she was about to say that.
Lines that you would like tethered Lupita to say.
Harpo, is that you? I said hip hop. Hip hop, you don't stop.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
I will not lose.
Come get your friends, man.
Happy people.
Oh my god.
Step, side to side. Round and round. Hit the ground. Separate.
Oh my god.
Bring it back. And let me see you do the love slide.
I cannot.
Yo, her battle with the fucking grudge people.
That's stupid.
Underlay, mama, yeah. Oh,
So stupid.
what's cutting tonight? These scissors. I got them 2 for $5 rabbits. What you need? I got the Michael
my
Jackson
God.
moonwalking thriller shoes, nigga.
Now, see, now you guys kind of fucked it up for me. Now when I go to movies, they start talking like this shit. I'm gonna laugh like for no reason.
Hey, I was cracking
Thanks
up
a-
in there,
thanks a
dog.
lot.
Don't even
Thanks a lot.
feel bad.
No, you guys fucked it up for me. Now I can't watch the movie. Bro. As soon as Lupita start talking, I'm gonna start giggling and shit like that. God damn it, you guys.
I was supposed to be scared, but
Yeah.
I'm dying laughing, crying.
You know, I'm just gonna start laughing
Yo,
and shit.
oh,
Like
how
that.
about this one?
I hate you so much right
That's stupid, yo. That's stupid.
Oh, shit.
Hey, dirty.
Yo,
Baby, I got your money. Don't you worry.
So stupid.
Clap, clap.
oh, man.
All right, Nessa.
All right, let's
We
get started.
gotta let
Let's
Nessa do her thing.
let's listen to it.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, y'all.
It's your girl Nessa.
I
let-
can never. I can never.
Okay, place your mommy.
I can't do it.
Blaze.
I can't do it. So whatever you guys do it. So
All right.
You'll get it when you watch it. You'll know right away. You'll catch it.
yeah.
But all right, my bad. Go ahead, Nessa.
Okay, so Miss Nessa over here can never start her NSA as soon as the intro ends because this fuck shit always happens.
8 minutes of fuck shit.
Right.
Like,
I think
what
it's the theme
fuck?
song, and that really starts it off, and then it goes from there. So
Yeah.
we always let a theme song, and then something comes with it.
Yeah. Let's blame the theme song.
Let's blame the theme song. Anyway,
Damn, son.
all right, y'all. So, if you listened to last episode, I mentioned that I wanted to speak more on healing. And although last week it was more so on grieving and healing, after losing a loved one. This week, we're just going to talk about healing as individuals after getting out of a relationship. And what does it take, or how do I say this? Do we as individuals actually take the time to heal properly? Not just heal, but heal properly before we allow another person within our space so that we can have a great and healthy relationship. And I did the poll. So I'm going to go kind of over the poll, and then I want to hear your guys's, what your guys's feelings and thoughts towards this is. So again, like I said, so I asked, do we as individuals allow ourselves to properly heal after a breakup? Yes or no? And the results are in. And let me see. Sorry, guys.
The results are in.
And it was 23% said yes and 77% said no. But this was on my page.
God damn.
I know it was a little this one was on mine. And it was a little different because more people responded on this than on the other side, on ours. But it goes to show that most people can say that we really don't take the time to really properly heal. And on the Jig Is Up poll, it was 13% yes and 87% no. So either way, no. was huge. And oh shit. Sorry guys. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, you needed some of the answers? The responses?
Yeah. No, I got it, but I accidentally cleared it as opposed to, well, since I'm already on here, I could do that.
I have the answers for the jig if you want to use yours just in case if you need that help.
Yeah. Sorry guys. Fuck.
All right. While she's figuring that out, you want me to say one of the responses?
Yeah, you could say the one.
Okay. So the question was, again, after a bad breakup and being hurt, how do you know you're ready to move on? And someone answered, when you can approach a new relationship without the fear of your past. Another one said, when you give it a try and it works, laughing but very serious, ... but nah, seriously. Now, this is funny because I had a message from Dashe, and she said, basically asking if you, Easy, wrote that response.
What?
Oh.
Which response?
Oh, yikes. Wake up.
When you give it a try and it works, LBVS, laughing but very serious.
Maybe because of that, because he always
But
does that.
nah, seriously.
Nah, that wasn't even me.
And
It wasn't me.
I told her it wasn't you.
You know what? I'm not gonna front. When I first read it, I thought it was you too. And then I went back and I seen who it was, and I was like, "Ooh, never mind."
So wait, so his it's a hit. It's a he.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the response to the question, right?
Yeah.
Do we allow ourselves to take time to heal? And his answer was what again? Say it again.
When you give it a try and it works, laughing but very seriously. But nah, seriously.
Wait, what was his answer? Yes or no? Was it no or yes?
Like, it's like, how do you know when you're ready to move on? When you give it a
Okay.
try. That's what he's saying.
So he
And
was
it
going
works.
into the more depth, like
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when you allow yourself to try to move on.
Mm-hmm. When you feel like
Yeah.
you can try it out,
Yeah.
when you're open to it. I guess it sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
It sounds like something
That
I would say.
LBVS one right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
think
laughing
that's-
but very serious.
Yeah.
Was that? If Easy wrote that, I was like, nah, I wasn't. 'Cause I know who did it.
I ain't gonna say who, but I know who did it.
Uh-oh.
Can I see?
Oh no, it's nothing bad. I'm just saying, like,
Nothing
for,
bad.
No,
you
yeah,
know.
I know. But I want to see that.
We'll find out soon.
Virgo side of me, man.
And then,
Virgo side.
and that was it on that side, right? Or no?
Let me check before. There we go. Another one. It said when you begin to have feelings for another.
I mean,
but here you go. Here's the person who used the same for you right there.
So on mine, people responded with hard to say.
Shout out to my guy, man. He I can see why he. Yeah,
Midwest connection.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey,
I
that's
think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Someone said hard to say. Another person said it's just taking out. Wait, what? It's just taking out on the next person. I don't know what that means. After a bad breakup and being hurt, how do you know you're ready to move on? It's just taking out on the next person. I don't know what that means. And then somebody said, ready to what? Fuck? Go on a date? Ruin someone else's life or take someone else seriously?
Oh my, this is a lot of options.
Oh man, that's some hurt right there.
Yeah.
That sounds like
hurt.
some hurt.
Somebody's hurt.
And normally I get more responses on my IG, but this time it was more, I feel like not necessarily more, but more in depth on Facebook this time around.
Oh yeah.
And someone responded, it took me 3 years to finally move on. So she also said, I also accepted what I wanted instead of what I thought I needed. And then another person said,
She sounds like she's in her 30s.
early 30s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, it cracks me up how women are when they're in their 20s, mid 20s, and late 20s, and when they hit that 30, because it's like, oh shit, I'm 30. Nah, I'm serious though. It's like, oh shit, I'm 30.
You stupid. I mean, but I feel what you're saying. That's why it's funny.
It's like, oh shit, them standards need to come down a little bit, sis.
Definitely.
I need to come down to earth.
Yeah, girl, your denial years is over.
Denial years. Someone said, yes, I gained closure and then I'm good. So I asked him, I said, all the time? And he said, a majority of the time.
That's good.
awesome.
Another male said, it took me 2 years to entertain any form of relationship. So then I asked him, and how did that work for you? He said, great. I've been more open in my current relationship and brought none of the baggage with me, which is very, very, very important.
I thought you was about to say impressive instead of important.
Someone said,
You slide him your number?
no,
Just joking.
hell no. No, like,
Nah, I'm just
no,
Well,
no.
goddamn.
Well, goddamn.
Not like that. Someone said some, but not many. And then a woman said, yep, I never jump into another relationship. I always take years before another relationship. Been a year since my last boyfriend, and I have only been on one date since then. So then I asked her, I said, well, how do you know when you're ready? And she said, ha, that's a good question. I don't really know how to answer that. I just have to feel like putting myself out there again. As of right now, I'm down to date and see what's out there, but I'm not ready for a relationship. Another woman said, I have learned to value the time that I have after a breakup to understand what I needed to learn. I take the opportunity to do an evaluation of myself, looking at the kind of person that I became after being in that relationship. If I find myself living honestly and free of any anger and or insecurities from my past relationship, then I know I'm okay to move on. So she does more like self like reevaluation before she, up and jumps into another relationship.
I'm big on that.
That's nice. That's how it's supposed to.
Yep. Self-awareness, self-evaluation.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Let 'em learn.
It's important.
And then this last one was from a male. He said, I don't think so. We don't. And I think he was speaking more in general, whereas most people were speaking for themselves. So this one, he said, I don't think so. We don't live in a society that gives us time to do anything, let alone properly heal. We also don't give people the help they need to recover. proper closure, communication, space. Like people break up with you over a text message and are dating someone new the next day, and you are left to try to recover.
Yeah, there's so many things that come into play. You know, getting done dirty and not getting closure.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the worst, bro.
Yeah.
You left, and
It
you
happens.
left. You know,
Yeah.
you know. You left on your own to come to peace with all that stuff and be able to move forward. I'm not a fan of that shit. Like,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, man. It's kind of like the toughest situation to go through. Like you have that sour taste in your mouth, and you're just left with like, what the fuck I had to do. You know.
yeah, that's
You just left with it, and then you know, and it's really unhealthy. You know,
Very unhealthy.
It's really unhealthy that okay, you guys been through a toxic relationship, right?
yeah.
That's unhealthy. The breakup was bad, right? That's already that's unhealthy. But you guys cut the bleeding, right? What really gets unhealthy is when both of y'all are in fucking competition against each other. That's when shit gets real unhealthy.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker, I moved on already. Oh, really? You moved on already? Like just 1 month
I got
after?
something for you.
You just 1 month after? Okay, cool.
Damn.
You know?
And guess what? They're better than you.
Oh, they're better than you. They do this more. They got more money. They got a bigger dick. They're this, they're that. They do all this shit for me. It's all the shit that you couldn't do.
Yeah, nigga, you broke and they not.
You know? And it's like, damn, like, why were you with me in the first place then?
Shit.
Yeah.
You know, if that was the case. Like, nigga, why did you waste how you waste that time?
Well, damn, you invested me on.
That just
for a
goes
little
back to
while
what you
then.
said. You know, what you always say: hurt people, hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like through experience, you kind of understand that stuff while going through it. But them first jabs, boy, them first gut punches.
Oh yeah.
Lord Jesus.
You know, in my past, dealing with women, like I said,
long time ago.
long time ago. If I'm done with a woman, I'm done. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, you ain't hearing from me. Have a nice life. I wish you the best, but you ain't hearing from me.
Yeah.
You know, like I forgive you and all that stuff. So let me go on my journey to heal. I don't know if you guys believe in astrology, but I'm a Pisces, and Pisces are known to be healers to others. And this is a time for me to heal myself. And whatever helps me to get through whatever pain I'm going through, let me get through it. Because right now even though I had a hand in the relationship and I'm accepting responsibility, but I do not need to see or hear from you at this moment at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because seeing you and being around you is impeding on my healing process. So if I'm fully healed and I can contact you after, I don't give a fuck if it takes 10, 20 years. Until I could contact you, if I could see your face and not feel nothing or anything then like that, then I know that, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. You know, like, I don't have to block you or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, if I could see you walking down the street and you got a new man or anything like that, and I feel absolutely nothing, then I know I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, like if I'm happy for you,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know I'm good. Like
Yeah, I know I'm extra good.
yeah, like as far as saying how you're done. Me, it's a feeling process, depending on the breakup and everything. Like as of that moment, if I'm not fucking with you, I'll let you know. But I'll also leave it open for the future because I'm not in control of the future of how I feel later.
Yeah.
So I do leave that option open, but depending on certain situations, my nigga, like nope, like it's all a feeling thing too. Like oh no, I can't do that one. No, I can't go back to that one. Nah, she fucked all the way up. No,
Can't do it.
It's like even if I wanted to, no. can't do that.
Yeah.
'cause
I can't play myself like that. The fuck I look like.
Yeah, with understanding the situation, self evaluation, self awareness. You know that's not good for you.
And you know what? And maybe, it's so funny. Shout out to the homegirl Tosh, because I didn't know that she, when she used to be on the dating market and she talked to some male friends and colleagues, she used me as an example about getting over, relationships. I didn't know that until we talked like a while back about that.
That's tight.
And, I just told Tosh, I'm like, do you know what really kept me moving on? Even though it was negative as fuck. I was like, that bitch ain't thinking about you. You better keep moving, nigga. You know what? You right, nigga.
I'm a run from downtown. Eyes forward.
My forest.
To Point Loma.
No, not even that. Just like eyes forward ahead, nigga. Like,
and jog.
That it was that little inner, maybe that little inner negative nigga. Like, nigga, she ain't thinking about you. You better keep moving on, nigga.
Yeah,
nigga. You right,
That's
nigga.
what I be doing.
I gotta keep it.
You know what, negative me? You are correct.
I gotta keep moving. I'm just looking out for you, homie.
Yeah.
You know what? You right, nigga. The angel's looking at me like,
right. Hey, that nigga right.
He does get a point.
Yeah.
But move, nigga.
Right.
What are you standing here for?
Yeah, but I believe that.
Get the swiping, nigga.
Right.
You stupid.
Damn.
Hashtag King of the Swipe. Formally.
Hey, that's how I met Olivia, man. Let's be honest. We met on OK Cupid. Let's keep it gully. Keep it gully.
Hey, man, if it wasn't for the King of the Swipe, it wouldn't have happened. So you gotta respect that, bitch. Attest to that.
Yeah.
You was doing that. So and you didn't deny it. You ain't negate from it or nothing. So
for
a
a guy under 6 feet tall, I did kind of well for myself in the swiping community.
Straight up.
I
was there.
I must
witnessing.
I must say that.
Not everything. I wasn't everywhere. No. I was in the same room
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Look at them comments on there.
Probably no comments, but
hey, wait, point it back to me. Mind you, I was single at the time too in the swipe game. I wasn't king of the swipe like this nigga. Like for me, like I would say my better situations was social media, like Twitter or something. Like I was pulling off of there or something long time ago.
Nice.
Yeah, like, but this guy over here was king of the swipe because he would come over to me and be like, hey, have you checked out this one? Have you checked out this app? This one? I'm like, nigga, I'm only on one. I'm focused on that one. I'm trying to pick up at least one on that.
He probably got like 5 notifications.
He had a schedule.
I had a schedule.
Yeah, a schedule.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
He was walking around. He was one of those people walking around with an earpiece. Let me see if I can fit you in my schedule.
Hell no.
Palm Pilot.
Hey, you never gonna see me with some bullshit like that.
How about next week?
Hey, wait.
3 o'clock?
We came in his spot. He walking back and forth like, yeah. So you think you'll be free now, man?
You think you'll be free on Friday?
Oh, you think you'll be free at all?
Let's do lunch.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, let's do lunch because I
don't know
have
about 4. How
I have
about
a brunch
6?
before that and a dinner after that.
You stupid.
What you doing tonight?
Right, you know what you doing right now.
Right. I'm free right now as we speak. I ain't got that much time.
No, but
the only time you gonna get me.
But throughout my journey, I've learned like dating tips. Shout out to Alan Roger Curry.
Yeah, man.
Uncle Curry. Now we can have him on the show. I got this Bluetooth action. Maybe I can hit him up.
Mode 1.
You got
on the road. No, on the roadcaster.
But yeah, man. Like I've learned some things along the way. I had some. There was one girl, believe it or not. She compared herself to the Good Luck Chuck of women.
Man,
That's me.
I've compared myself.
I've always said that.
She said,
that was me too.
She was saying every time that she hooked, like she was on Tinder. Every time she hooked up with a dude, them dudes end up getting back with their exes. The fuck did I do?
Or they was already with their exes. They weren't
I don't know.
exes. They was with them and fucking her.
Or maybe so.
Maybe.
But when she told me that story, what the fuck did I do? I kept my dick right in my pants.
Damn.
Kept it the fuck moving.
Yeah, I remember when I was
Hey,
good,
I'm
like
sorry.
Chuck, dog.
I'm sorry, homegirl. I'm
Twitter days.
I'm gonna have to friend zone you.
My Twitter pools.
Nigga ain't
and not even
playing.
just that, the personal girls that I've known through high school, like
Yeah.
on some good luck Chuck shit, like we'll link up and something would go down, and then next thing you know they get married. I'm like,
For those who haven't
What the
seen the
fuck?
movie Good Luck Chuck, it's starring the comedic actor Dane Cook, and every time he has sex with some women, they end up getting married. But go ahead, continue.
Oh, no,
Just
no,
for those who don't understand.
yeah, good luck Chuck, man.
Yeah.
I thought I was that guy because every girl that I was involved with would get married after me. The next guy that they would talk to, they eventually got married with. I'm like, nigga, some good luck Chuck shit. Yes, no, I'm like,
Yeah, with
Hey,
me
girl, fuck
on
with me if you
that-
want to get married.
right.
With me, mine was like that too, but mine was more so like it was either they got married or just married, or they got married and had a baby. My ass still ain't got
So
no
what
kids.
were you?
But
What were you like the bachelor party for them? Like, yo, man, so I'm about to get married.
The wedding planner, J-Lo.
shit, something. But
Niggas didn't
that's how
want-
I felt.
Niggas didn't want strippers; they just wanted Nessa for the bachelor party. What the
Stupid.
fuck?
You stupid.
These niggas crazy out here.
No, you're dumb. But anyway,
Call her
yes, I
Double
feel like we as individuals do not heal properly because of the
Yeah.
fact that we don't know how to. Some people, they feel like, what's the old saying? To get over someone is to get under them, or
Get
get
under something new.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
not necessarily true.
Not at
I don't
all.
think it's true at all.
Not at
But
all.
but I feel like that was what was said. That's what was taught, that we didn't really get to deal with the traumas of what, we actually went through. And like you were mentioning earlier about being in a toxic relationship, and definitely you're going to even need even more time to heal, especially if it's not just a, if it's like on mutual terms,
Yeah.
but it's really toxic, then those are two different type of breakups. And I feel like either way you still need to properly heal, but with being in a traumatic situation or having a toxic experience, then even more so you need to take the time to heal. And one of the girls I was speaking to, or responding back to her comment, I was saying how you put it, you don't really put a timeline on it. It's more so kind of like it's a feeling, like, like she was reevaluating, oh, this is how I was acting in this relationship. This is who I am now today because of it. This is what I've learned from it. This is what I know, what I want to bring into the next relationship and what I don't want to bring in, and the fact that she reevaluated herself and to know when it is the right time to jump ship, or not jump ship, but get ready to get into another relationship.
Yeah.
I thought that was very important.
Ready to move forward, basically.
Yeah. So with me, I can personally say that out of hopping from relationship to relationship, I never really gave myself time to heal. And, I spoke about it a few times on, a few of the episodes, but
Sorry to cut you off. Do you believe that's a reflection on your self-esteem?
Wait, what?
Moving on that quick, like not giving yourself a time
yeah.
to heal. Do you think that it's indicative to one's self-esteem?
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely
Yeah.
think so too.
Definitely. And sometimes people may think that they're ready. And I think that was me, because like that's pretty fucked up, being mentally, emotionally, and physically abused, and then being able to get into another relationship and ready to, fall in love again and act like, like, oh, everything's all, dandy. And I feel like, as the years have gone and, the years have come and gone, and like I stay reevaluating myself, and I tend to wonder, like, did that really like play a huge part in my life, and I just kind of swept it under the rug, and that's why I am the way I am
And
now.
you have these unresolved issues.
Yeah, and I question myself, just even thinking like that, like why I feel like some things are, I don't want to say better left unsaid, but maybe you're not supposed to know, but I'm just that curious, like, individual, and I want to know, like, is that why I do the things I do? And, like, getting into now situationships, because I went from relationship to, I might have, like, fucked around with a dude here and there, but then it was, like, nothing serious. And then I went into another relationship. So after my 4th relationship, it's been, next month, May, it will be 7 years that I've been single, like, not in a real relationship where we're claiming one another, we're in a committed relationship. It's been 7 years. So everybody in between that, that fell in that gap, were flings, were situationships, were fuck buddies, were, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know if not that I'm not gonna ever be able to get into a relationship again, but like, what, like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
My question, I'm not trying to play Dr. Phil, but I do want to understand your mental.
Dr. Vaughn.
Hey man, give no governments like that. But anyway,
Dr. Marco.
Do you
you, sir.
do you find
Facebook.
any fulfillment from those, from those situationships or those, like, filling the gaps? You just there to be there. Like, do you get anything outside of self gratification from that? Do you find something deeper or more meaningful? Or are you actually looking or longing for something deeper and more meaningful with your interactions with men?
Wait, can you say it again?
Like do you, like, during those times for those guys to fill in the gaps pretty much, are you having certain fulfillment out of them? Or are you just doing something to do because there's nothing to do?
I think it's a little bit of both. Now that I think about it, because it's like I want the companionship, and because I feel like that plays a huge part, because it's not like they're not just fuck buddies now.
We're human beings.
You know what I mean? Right. So it's one thing, like, if it's just a fuck buddy, you fuck them and you go on your way. Next time you need to, scratch the itch, so to speak, then you hit them up, or vice versa, and that's that. But
I have a question too, but go ahead.
But as far as, the companionship portion of it, I feel like that's what I'm more so missing. But I also eventually would like for it to be more than just that. You know what I mean? I want to be in a committed relationship because I feel like I deserve it. And the time and the energy that I put into these men that I have dealt with, I feel like
you showed what you offered to the table, and you're not getting put on the team.
Yeah. And then I feel like it's, it might be the saying, as the saying goes, why buy the cow if the milk is free, right? Is that the saying?
I think so.
Yes, it is. That's
I think so. Yeah. It might have been backwards, but I don't know. But yeah, we'll go.
I heard that before from someone else.
Yeah, I think it is that.
And you said, why buy the cow if the milk is free?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about it, like, why you buy a cow if the milk is free?
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm right? Okay.
Why buy a cow when you can get milk for free?
Yeah. So I feel like that's the mentality that these men may have.
Because you ain't got to work to get the milk.
Yeah.
The cow. You ain't got to work for the milk.
Yeah.
The milk
I never bought a cow, but
it's usually
that's why I thought of it backwards. I'm like, I never bought a cow, so it made more sense. Why buy the milk if the cow is free? I don't know.
Yeah, it's usually referred to men who don't want to get married, and when they can get all the benefits of marriage without getting married.
Yeah,
that's exactly. Then that's perfect. Then.
Yeah, there you go. That makes sense.
So I just feel like and a lot of men have that mentality because they've been in relationships where it was like a fucked up situation that.
Someone's on the comments.
Shout out to Bubs. He said, "Why buy the cow when you got EBT?" I hate you.
Why buy the cow when you got EBT?
God damn.
I cannot right now. But yes, I feel like a lot of people have that mentality.
So niggas want government
because
assistance.
That's stupid.
Niggas
want assistance, period.
Wow. Yes. So these, so the men been in, and we've talked about this before, where it seems like men, when you guys are in a traumatic have had a traumatic experience and you got done dirty by a woman, it's much more harder for you to forgive the girl as fast as the woman forgiving the men, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like when you guys hurt, y'all hurt for a long time, especially if it's a woman that you really care about, especially if it's a woman you love. That shit fucking stings hard, and it's kind of hard for the next one.
Yeah.
Because you're still living that trauma. You haven't healed. Whereas with women, we tend to not heal as fast either, but we're already like, okay, on to the next maybe. And then we may have that mentality.
Having hopes of this. But I can tell you this, though. Niggas may not emotionally heal, but niggas got needs, and needs need to be met, and niggas will still go out there and get it in if they have to.
Yeah. So,
but no emotions attached.
This is what I was gonna say. I got, I had a long relationship long while ago that didn't end well, right? And I was kind of new to being with different women at the time, basically because, she was basically my first. So that whole situation had me so like tripped out, but I still went by the principle of feeling things out. I meet a girl. Well, I've known her for a while. I run into a girl that I liked, but I was taken, and I didn't talk to her. So when the opportunity came up, and I seen her again, I got her number and stuff, and we were just cool. That's what I was trying to do, just be cool, right? And the more I hung out with her, the more I got to learn about her, and she started to look like the type of girl that would fit what I like as far as a woman I want to be with.
Right.
And it got scary because it was just like right after some shit went to shit.
You're like, it's too good. It seems too good to be true.
Yes, yes and no, because I've known her. So it wasn't like a mystery. I kind of knew her, like, but she kind of solidified my whole idea of her.
Yeah. By
actually being around her, hanging with her and stuff, and getting to know her, and I let her go. And I was scared, nigga. I was like, nigga, I don't know the next girl I'm gonna meet that's gonna be like a good, solid girl for me that's gonna fit what I want. And I was like, look, I had to have conversations with myself, like, nigga, you not ready. You gotta go by how you feel. Ask yourself right now. Yeah. Do you think you could be with her right now? I was like, nope. I need time. I need time to myself and be single for a while and kind of feel things out until I'm ready to do it. And I let her go, nigga. Like, that was one of the hardest things I ever did as far as relationships and stuff. Like, literally, like on some movie shit, her driving off, I'm like, she was fine.
She's fine.
And she had a lot. And she had mostly everything that I was looking for.
Yeah.
And my uncle, it's funny because my uncle used to try to get me to talk to her previously. I used to be like, nah, man, like, so when he heard that, he was like, nigga, you're stupid. So that didn't help at all.
Like some of your homies or your family members, like, you fucked up like that.
Yeah, because I brought her around too.
Let they're like, nigga, what the fuck?
And speaking of, like, what we were talking about earlier, niggas like dry hating or sneak hating or whatever. Yeah. There was niggas that was waiting for me to just be like, all right,
just to fuck
soon as she free, nigga,
it's on crack.
Like, you talking to her?
So you Kodak blacking around here, huh, nigga? That's what you doing?
She bad.
You Kodak blacking?
She bad.
Huh? That's what you doing?
Like, niggas got mad at me because I was talking to her, which is crazy as hell. Like but I said it before. Niggas only got shot for some stupid shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, like, that was hard for me.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it. I don't regret nothing by choosing myself first as far as making the right decision, because I knew I would have fucked that shit up. I would have fucked that relationship
up. So you saved the time for both of you guys, basically.
Like, because in a way I would have been selfish.
She's part of in a relationship where she's happy now.
Bruh.
Yeah. You're in a relationship where you're happy now.
Bruh, we was talking about Good Luck Chuck. She was the first one.
Oh, really?
She was the first one on some Good Luck Chuck shit.
Some that nigga took it.
I mean, it wasn't. I'm gonna say this though. It wasn't. We didn't get involved physically, actually.
But
we did date. She was my girl.
Yeah.
Because she talked me into trying it out. I'm like, all right, let's fill this out. even though I just got out of some shit.
Like fresh out?
Fresh out of some shit.
Like L.A.? You were in L.A.?
Nah, I was in Illinois.
Oh, you were in Illinois. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Because I know L.A. motherfuckers, they move fast. God damn.
Yeah, nah, man.
And I heard dating in L.A. is tough.
Yeah, it's retarded.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's too many transients. Like, not trannies. Transients, motherfuckers. Motherfucker. That means people that ain't from there. And that's my definition of that, because it's really visitor, but yeah. Transients, nigga. But yeah, that talking about this made me think about that. Like, man, you know, most of us, generally speaking, don't give ourselves time to heal.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Yeah, and I think it's more of a generalized thing on our part as far as the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, people want to step over the other one if they in a bad relationship, or they want to do, like, that's the mentality, the community, as everyone looks at it. Like, you don't want to just sit there and just, you know, heal.
Yeah.
Be single. Worry about yourself. You get in a bad, you have a bad relationship breakup. You listen to your friends, or you watching movies that show you some negative
Triggers
shit.
you.
Yeah, like,
it's
all bad. I just knew to be my own person and
yeah.
listen to myself.
I would have to say thank you to the woman I'm with now. You know, she's been with me. We've been together for 2 years now. She has helped me more than one ways. I know she could tell, like, at moments I still have remnants of being hurt, but she helped me, guide me along to be better and heal. And so I do want to say thank you for that. It was just kind of a weird time where we caught each other, because I ain't gonna lie, I was still on my fuckboy stage a little bit. Well, I was, but you know,
he's honest about it.
Hashtag king of the swipe.
You know.
King of the swipe.
And it was crazy. Like I said about, like, some girls, they don't give a fuck. So you could tell a girl, like, hey, I just got out of a relationship. Like, oh, he'll talk to you. And then they'll be like, and then especially if you guys end up fucking, and then she's like, so what are we?
Bruh.
They hit you with the what are we? And you're just like, fuck, like, I just got out of a relationship like a year ago. Like, I still need some time.
And that's the kind of vibe I got from old girl that I let go. As far as her not giving a fuck about me saying I need time. She was so excited that I was free. Like, I really want this guy and all this stuff. I'm like, yo, chill. Like, I'm not ready for that shit.
Shout outs to the chicks, because some of y'all chicks are savages. Like, the moment y'all find out a certain nigga that you like is single and y'all want it confirmed,
yeah,
and y'all mad direct about that shit.
Straight up. You stupid. I know you talking. But yeah, like,
Okay.
and then, like, how I look now versus how I look then. Nessa would call me, I'd say I look like a fuck boy back then. So
yes, you did.
So a lot of chicks had tabs on me, like,
Fuck boy Johnson.
You single now? What are you doing later? What? I'm about to hang with my family. I'm super family oriented. I'm about to go
hang with my family. I'm going Bible study.
Bible study.
You care to join?
You care to join?
Prayer circle. You coming?
Yeah.
We got space for one more.
You want to get saved?
Is there anybody out there?
Are you willing to accept the Lord and Jesus Christ as your Savior?
You're so stupid.
Man.
No, but it's, you know, just piggybacking off of what you were saying. I feel like a lot of women, like, if it's within our nature to, you know, want to help take care of somebody, and just we're just nurturers, you know. Not all of us, but most of us are. So when we come across a guy who we tend to bond with, and we feel like we can be there for them, it's one of those things. I can fix
him.
I don't want to say
I can heal him.
I don't want to say fix, because I feel like healing, fixing, all that, you have to do that within yourself. But I'm there to be a supporter. I want to guide you, and I'm just like that with my friends, period. So if it's somebody that I'm fucking with on that level, I'm gonna be like that as well, but maybe even more, because maybe we could take it obviously to a step further. But anyway, but I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that, of not, I don't know. So you're saying that the woman is selfish when she does that?
Yeah.
She's being selfish?
Unintentionally. Okay. Unintentionally. Like, you're so excited that this good guy is free now.
He's on the market.
You have a chance. Yeah, he's on the market. You have a chance to talk to him. And
the crazy thing about it, she knows that it's just a matter of time another chick could come in and swoop him up.
Yeah,
if she doesn't act on it.
Yeah, and I think that's where the urgency comes from as well.
FOMO.
On top of knowing
the
type of guy that he is.
Yeah.
It's like, let me hurry up before he go find somebody else and jump into a relationship like that over there or something.
And God knows how long I have to wait again just in case some shit happens.
Yeah.
Like a rare Pokemon. Just saying.
I think
a rare Pokemon card got sold for like $50,000, but that's neither here or there.
See?
Charizard,
the value.
Hologram.
I'm just saying the value.
But yeah, well, and you're right, because like I said, someone like me who, now about to be 7 years, not in a committed relationship, it's kind of like, not saying that I'm desperate, but it's like I feel like I'm okay to date. Like, definitely, like, I don't want to say pass it, because again, you can't really put a timeline on it, but I feel like that's enough time to heal, at least for me. And
I know you don't do dating profiles. Would you put a dating profile out there just to see the widen your options?
Probably not.
Because
broaden your horizons.
You know why I say that? Because like, if a dude would read your profile as dating is a lot like car shopping, it really is. You look at the
Don't do that.
No, hey, this is my analogy.
A lot of miles on that vehicle.
Whoa!
Wait, are you talking about me?
No, nigga. Don't do that. I'm speaking in general.
Better be speaking in general. Hold on.
I wasn't going there. I was just saying, when you look at a car,
don't put up.
You did that. I didn't.
When you look at
made that. Don't make this that.
Okay, Tyree, don't do that. No. But I'm saying, like, when you look at a car and you look at the specs, like it has backup camera, it has this, it has power windows, power locks, and all.
Show me the Carfax.
It has Bluetooth connections. It has it warms up the seat warmers and all that stuff.
Is it leather?
But like, guys would look at a girl's profile. Of course, men are visual. They're gonna look at the picture, but at the same time, they're gonna look at the bio. And then they're going to look at, all the other things that comes along with it. They're like, oh, she's this tall. She weighed this much. Oh, she has a degree. She has a career. No kids. You know what I mean? Niggas see no kids. They like, boom. You for women, especially your age, it puts you at the top. But at the same time, it's kind of scary because your bio clock is ticking. So that's another thing they got to put in consideration. So guys are putting all they're computing shit in their head like, will this be a prime candidate for me in the dating world? I'm just saying that's how dating profiles is. It's a meat market, but at the same time,
and you have your suspicions about
and you have your suspicions because then so like on Twitter when they had with Ashanti doing the rain on me, doing the extra thirsty traps and shit.
Her older sister though,
and she's like, if Ashanti 39, and someone on Twitter was asking the real ass questions like, how come no nigga got her pregnant?
But that's the question people ask us that don't have kids and that we're at this age. There's something wrong with you. There's gotta be something wrong with you. I've gotten that.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with saying that shit.
It's not that, but that's just an oversimplification how guys would try to justify, like, trying to find something wrong with you.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about, suspicions. That's what I meant. As far as car shopping and shit. Like, too good to be true type
so
shit.
you look at the Carfax, you sit here like, man, what the fuck is wrong with this car, nigga?
There gotta be something wrong.
Gotta be a lemon.
You try to look under the car from the picture.
On Craigslist.
He's arrested at the bottom or something. What the fuck?
If you shopping on Craigslist, you feel like that.
A cigarette burn in this motherfucker on the upholstery, nigga. Like,
has it had a car accident? What the fuck
It's
is going
salvage. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, something's up with this car.
So it's kind of like there's parallels. There's parallels to the date market and car shopping. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Show me Carfax.
So to answer your question, I actually had this conversation with someone the other day as far as dating apps, and not to shade it because obviously in your case it worked out in your favor.
Yeah, it worked out. In my favor.
Personally,
especially for a guy under 6 feet tall. Let's keep that
Oh, you
real.
gonna put that
because
shit on
no. Let's keep that real because the statistics are very the thick Mike Tyson before he beat my ass. But anyway, the stats are against me. Yeah, against guys who are under 6 feet tall, especially. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a good deal. So you're dealing with some adversity just from that.
I'm just saying, man.
Just
from
that.
There, when it comes to stats, there are percentages. And you could be on the other side of those percentages.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm on the other side.
Might be
of the
that
rule.
guy. You know, those guys.
I'm on the other side of the rule, but it doesn't negate that it's not there. That's like me saying, "Oh, unarmed black men are getting killed," but I look at the stats. It's like, damn, it doesn't look like that much. But that's not going to change the fact that
somebody asked for you to be in the frame. I apologize.
If a cop is following me behind, I'm still, that fear is still going to be there regardless. You know what I'm saying? Even regardless of the stats. Well, stats say that. Nah, nigga's a cop behind me, and I'm driving accordingly. I'm not trying to get pulled over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that.
Well, okay, so this is just me personally. So I already have social media, and I put what I want to post on social media, but it doesn't tell the full story of who I am, right?
Yeah.
So if I get a dating profile, whatever the case may be. Oh, sorry. These motherfuckers is funny. So, okay. So if I do that, I have to put who I, like in the bio and stuff. Yes, there's bio and other stuff too, but honestly, I feel like some people don't really read that shit nowadays.
Oh, of course. Certain, like most dudes in most dating sites, they just swipe right.
Yeah.
And that's the fucked up thing about it too. Like, guys, don't just swipe right on everything just because, I'm gonna like who likes me. Nah, nigga. Sometimes you have to friend zone some girls. You have to say no to some girls. You just can't accept every pussy that's thrown your way, nigga. Yeah. Have some self-respect.
I mean,
easier said than done.
King of the Swipe once said, when you swipe right,
that mean the pussy tight?
Your percentage goes up. Your percentage goes up.
Nigga, there are times that I swipe left. Plenty of times.
I mean, I'm sure. With the luxury of being king of the swipe.
You so stupid. Anyways, guys. Okay. So I feel like when it comes to that stuff, it's like, I don't know. I feel like for the most part, for the most part, most people when they get on the fucking, I feel like serious. With the dating apps, so to speak, not necessarily the websites, but the dating apps, people tend to go there to smash, right? For the most part. I've never really seen people that go in there like looking for a relationship. I like long walks on the beach. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's not really, it can come out to that, but that's not what people look for. So I guess that's why I personally don't care because I'm not looking to just fuck anybody.
And guys are creeps. Like,
they're fucking
creeps. From what I hear, like when I had the luxury of girls swiping right on me and having conversations, they'll tell me horror stories about like, this guy, he had like the first message was like, yo, let's fuck.
Yeah, there's some weirdos out there, man.
You're gonna get that, but you are gonna get some genuine good guys, some genuine human, decent men who actually want to involve in conversations. Honestly, my first step to healing, it wasn't even about like smashing other women. My thing was like, can I even hold a conversation with someone who's not my ex?
Yeah,
that was my first step. Mm-hmm. And I had fulfillment from that.
Yeah.
You know what my first step was at that time?
What's that?
Could I get somebody to swipe right?
You so stupid.
That was tough alone for me.
Hey, but who are you with now? Who you
I'm
with?
Somebody. That's who I'm with. Somebody. And it happened organically. So
now listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
So stupid. But I've always said too that I'm the type of person. You know how people be like, "Oh, what's your type?" Or what type of guys do you like, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not gonna tell your punk ass what the fuck I want, because that's just so you can try to fit that mold, and then eventually you're going to.
Some girls put that shit on their bio.
Yeah,
they were like,
straight up,
if you broke, swipe left.
If you shorter than this height, swipe left. Bitch. No,
hey, but you can't get mad if people are trying to narrow their shit down. You really can't get mad.
You're like, of course, like go. I mean, good luck. Let the odds forever be in your favor in this Hunger Games. You know what I'm saying?
In this Hunger Games.
but right. I'm just saying, like, but at the same time, when I look at the age, I'm like, oh, you're 25. Wait till your ass turn in the late 20s.
Yeah.
Them 28.
When you 28, when a nigga
knocking on 30's door.
Them 6'2" niggas are gonna look mighty fine at 5'10".
That's stupid.
So I used to be okay. So I think we appreciate tall men. We appreciate 6 foot and above, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all tall people are going to be dope individuals. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, because I don't like feeling disrespected when y'all throw that shit out there. There's a way you can do that respectfully, respecting the guy 6 feet and below. Like, when y'all do that, I'm like, damn, why do I feel disrespected? What the fuck?
Well,
I'm in a relationship now with a woman who adores me, but sometimes you do feel like, God damn. But when I look at the age, I'm like, wait, like for me, I'm just like, wait till your ass turn 30.
Yeah.
I'm
it's telling like you, my height these doesn't define the nice guy that I am.
These 5'7", 5'6", 5'5" niggas looking mighty fine.
It don't matter. You 6'5", you 5'5". If you a fuck motherfucker, if you a fuck nigga, you a fuck boy, you a fuck boy. It don't matter your height. It don't matter nothing.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know?
Yeah, and if you a good catch, you a good motherfucking catch.
Yeah, you good
fuck
catch.
Boys come in all shapes and sizes.
Don't matter, nigga taller than me, cut. Like,
right? Shortness fool you.
And that's how that's a no. I had a question for you earlier.
What? That's a no what?
From your free.
Okay, what's this question?
Oh, we got a question.
Yeah, a question popped in my head. We were talking about you earlier. Has there ever been any guys that you just had 100% interest in, that as far as moving forward in a relationship? Like, you met a dude, y'all was vibing and stuff. Mm-hmm. You ever had that feeling like, yo, I really like this dude and I really want to move forward with him, and I see me, marrying this guy and et cetera, et cetera. You ever had that feeling for any guy you've talked?
Like you looked at him and you just see marriage and you see wedding bells.
Okay, I've never just laid eyes on somebody and felt that way.
I'm not
I'm saying what he's based off of what this fool say.
Okay,
but
no, I'm saying
my question isn't laid out.
Like it takes time to vibe that, like on first sight. I'm saying on vibing,
because the lady I'm with, it took me 2 years to be like, okay, I see something with this.
Yes. Oh, so definitely. And I'm the type of person, if I vibe with you, it don't even matter. Like I said, my last ex, all my girls was on my ass. Bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? This motherfucker short as fuck. He's fucking ugly. What the fuck is wrong? And and they tell me this and I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. But it is what it is. I like this person for who he is and how he makes me feel at that moment.
How he makes me feel.
But yes, I have definitely felt that way about somebody, and I feel that way about not just everybody, but if I feel like if we have a connection, then I'm able to look in the future, because I feel like if I can't see myself like that with you, we're not necessarily getting married, but just seeing myself being in your presence every fucking day, cohabitating,
mm-hmm.
If I can see myself like that with you, then yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue to fuck with you. But if I feel like we ain't got nothing, that there's no substance, and it's just, you just good for a fuck, you know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be, then.
Yeah. So, cause for me, long time ago, every woman that I met that seemed like they were in a good situation, that's when I went into the forward thinking. I was just asking, how many times have you felt that way?
Well, I guess I'm a hopeless romantic because every single person that I've been in a relationship with, I felt that way. At least I thought I did in the moment. Like, I've never been in a relationship or a situationship where I don't see that with that person. Because if that's the case, I wouldn't last long with that person. I would end it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my question is, do people, because I know people don't really give themselves the necessary time to heal. Is it because they want to be in love, or they just love the thought of thinking that they're in love?
I think that kind of
it goes hand in hand.
Kind of goes hand in hand. Yeah. That question, as far as both of those things.
Wait, my thing's about to end, but someone asked, but do you ever really heal? Your experiences are your experiences, and they'll always be with you. The more you think about it, the more you sink into self-depression.
Yeah, but see,
you need
what we're talking about is time to heal is a natural thing, a natural process that you go through, and you as a person will feel ready to move forward.
And being aware and coming to at peace with what happened in the past.
Yeah.
And not really taking that out on, to the next woman. And like I said, like personally in my relationships, I had moments like that. I had moments where, I had my defenses up. Mm-hmm. And she had to reassure me I'm not her. That's not fair.
I like that word, reassurance.
I'm not her. Right. That's not me. I'm a different person.
Yeah.
And because,
and if you still feel like something that you feel like you moved on from is still fucking with you, you ain't moved on from it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, it's still there. You definitely haven't healed. Like, you need to find healing.
I think you heal to a certain extent, and then if something bothers you, kind of like old girl from Us. She thought that she was completely healed from the traumatic experience or the said traumatic experience as a child, but that shit reignited right when she got back to the beach. She was fine when she was away from the beach, and when she drew closer to the incident, to the source of her pain, that old shit started to happen, and that could be triggered from anything. That could be triggered from. No, but I'm just saying, as an example, that could be triggered from a movie, a song.
Yeah, like triggers can happen for sure.
Yeah, from any other thing.
So
I was gonna say, but using her as an example, I wouldn't use her.
So he says,
well, I'm putting it together.
It's like it's her bullshit coming back to haunt her.
He said, we're all sadly mistaken if we think we ever can take a quote unquote clean slate going to any new relationship.
Said we're all what?
We are all sadly mistaken if we think we ever take a quote unquote clean slate going into any new relationship.
What? I disagree with that totally.
Okay, talk about it.
For me, like, when I'm ready to move forward with a person, I literally do have a clean slate for that next person. Like, I don't have I won't have things that I worried about from the other person with this person. No, you have a clean slate. So whatever you do is something I wasn't worried about. And I'm surprised now. It's nothing that I was like,
that
what ifs
a lot.
and all that.
It does.
That's what I'm saying. I gave myself motherfucking time to heal, nigga.
Yeah.
Self-awareness, all that, like, self-reevaluation, that's for real. Like, that helps. That helps you understand yourself and be able to move forward and give and be ready for the next person, should I say.
Yeah.
Like, that's me personally, though. I'm not everybody.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But for him to say, for that person to say that, I disagree, because I know me, I'm open slate, clean slate for the next person.
And then also, both, it's not just you who may be dealing with traumatic experiences and going to the new relationship. She or whoever your partner may be is going. They had some bullshit. They had their baggage too.
Yeah.
So now you have to look at it as like, are we packing our baggage together and go on trips? Or are we going to just have our baggage hold us both down?
Yeah.
Like, what's the move?
And like,
But it's important to have those conversations.
Yeah, like, people can have their own ways of unpacking their own shit and healing on their own. But I also believe in healing with someone too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people may disagree, but y'all with it.
I am.
I'm low key
It's
living
like
proof.
for me,
Okay.
being the person that went through something, if I got with somebody, me being a clean slate, because I only move forward when I'm ready, and I run into someone that has luggage, using my experience, from just understanding it, people fuck up every day and all that stuff, and so I would understand how to try to help that person unpack their shit. Like, if I'm gonna be with you and I notice that you got this with you, I'm gonna try to help you unpack it the best way I can, because I'm with you now.
There's a response.
Like, it's our shit now.
There's a response for you.
And then we're gonna have to pack it in.
Said, that's naive, family. Once you're exposed to a possibility, it's possible whether you think this new person will do it or not.
A possibility ain't something that actually happened until it actually happens. So, is it me being the naive one, or is it you? Because like
spicy over
like
here.
you gotta come with it, brother. You talking about possibilities? These ain't actual things that's happening.
I mean, we do have a Bluetooth on our roadcaster, but we're pressed for time.
Yeah.
So maybe on the Patreon episode. I'm just joking.
I mean, we can have the talk. Like, get the understanding from me, because I'm speaking some real shit. This is from me right now. Right now, I'm not fronting none of that. This is some real shit. What, Kenley? What?
No, nothing. I think I know exactly who that is. Shout out to you, fam.
Okay, but what's your thoughts?
Okay.
What's your thoughts on healing?
Myself? Well, I mean, honestly, for myself, I really haven't been in a lot of relationships lately.
Time to go on that speed dating.
No, but so I can't really speak on it. So some of this, like the topics and stuff like that, I can't really, relate to and stuff. So right, yeah, you guys are talking as far as like, everything you're understanding from your point of views. I'm actually learning from it. So I'll get examples and from your experiences as well to employ in my future when I have relationships and stuff like that. So that's why I can't really speak on it, honestly. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's a learning experience for every episode and stuff like that. So that's how I am. But how I feel about it, yes. I mean, you definitely gonna take time to heal, of course. But like I said, I've only been in like a few relationships, so I can't really say on it. But I mean, once somebody's done, I mean, you just keep it pushing, basically, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
So close the chat's another chapter in your life, and you just got to keep going and just you try. I mean, hell, you tried, shit didn't work out. Gotta keep going. That's how I feel about it. So
yeah, like that's how I feel, and this is some, I gotta say this too. Like, I'm, somebody that has had these same thoughts as everybody else. Like a lot of self-healing actually involves getting over a fear of something that happened to you.
Yeah, that's true.
The traumatic experience.
It's like, bro, like you can't be that way with the next person. You can't be with those thoughts of something that could happen. Like,
you're setting yourself up.
Yeah, like for me, when I say I have a clean slate for the next person, you have the stage, you have the floor until you do something. I'm not going to think, oh, this last person cheated on me. What if this one does? Nah, like you have to get over your fear.
I agree.
In order to move forward too.
He said, so he said, once exposed, meaning it's happened, my G. So it's been in actuality. Once it's been in actuality, you know that it's possible to happen to you again, which is true. I agree. And I get.
And that goes with what I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's possible to happen again. That's the reality of life, brother.
But
like,
to go into it on that negative thought, like as opposed to it being, something new.
Yeah, if you have them
then
thoughts,
you're setting yourself up for failure.
You're not ready. You have to.
Yeah, I think
you have to go in basically with courage. Like, nigga, you have to get over your fear of what could happen because it happened to you before.
Mm-hmm.
That's a part of your healing. Like,
right.
For me, the understanding was people fuck up every day.
Mm-hmm.
I've been done dirty, but I've also done somebody dirty too, or done some dirty shit. So I understand both sides. I know how I felt when I fucked up, and I didn't feel good at all about it. And I just know that, you know, I leave the car as a guy, like straight up, like, like, you know, whenever I feel my heart is ready to love somebody again with the possibility of being hurt, I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that part. If it happens, then we go, you know, through that and then try to heal.
Right.
But that's for me, that's a part of life. Understanding that's a part of life, that helps me move forward and not be afraid of it happening.
You accept it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, you know, just understanding it. Like, you can't be like that forever. You'll never be happy. You know, you want to be 100% happy, or as happy as you can be.
Of course, that's all I mean.
It's like this. You want to ask yourself, do you want to live or do you want to exist?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that-
because you
is
can
that
compare
simple?
that to people success stories.
Yeah.
They're afraid to fail. A lot of people
You're
afraid to fail. That's why you don't do that.
like, you know, like when a boxer gets in the ring, there's a chance he's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Straight up.
The moment he decides to lace them gloves, he could get knocked the fuck out. But he still goes ahead and do it because there's a fear that you gotta conquer. Shit, you know. I mean, like I said, that's life, man. Like I said, do you want to live or do you want to exist? That's something you gotta ask yourself. You know, when it comes to this love shit. And trust me, I've been there. Like, I've been done dirty. And, you know, like I said, shout out to my lady for reassuring me and letting me know that she's not that person. She's harmless and all that stuff. And it still doesn't go by me because I'm not naive like that. But at the same time, if I want to be happy, if I want fulfillment in the relationship, I have to trust her and I have to let live and let God.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then for oh boy, like, I don't know who, if you talking to somebody or you with somebody, but hopefully whoever you with understands you.
Yeah, I agree.
Understands you and is willing to give you reassurance that she ain't that one.
And if she ain't giving you reassurance, leave her.
That's so cut and dry.
He said,
have a conversation with her first.
He said, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you expect it to happen again, but you aren't blissfully ignorant to the falsehood of what makes a relationship a happy one. It's hard to jump in this convo at the right point. You already covered things I was going to say.
But yeah, man, we'll go ahead and wrap it up because I know a guy Easy over here, he has work.
Oh shit.
We got work. Yeah.
You said what?
I forgot I gotta go to work.
So yeah, so to wrap it up,
I wouldn't say this. Okay. I wish she would have said one moment and grabbed the glass of water. That would have been so funny and shit.
That's better.
Right.
Voice and shit.
Start singing
so
this
stupid.
Shit.
Start singing. So you know, we can all agree that most people don't properly heal, if ever, and yeah, we just gotta take the time to reevaluate each relationship and make sure that we're good for ourselves to be able to be open and be open-minded to getting in relationships and sharing a space with someone new without bringing the old baggage to haunt you, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Move when you feel ready to.
Yes, don't set up timelines and putting an actual time on it. Oh, I have to give myself 1 month or 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. You will know when you're ready. And even if you don't feel ready, you know deep down in your heart you're not ready. Don't do it just because you feel like she's the one. Yes, there's a 80-20 rule, right? Mm-hmm. What is it called?
Oh, the 80-20 rule.
It's an 80-20 rule. What's the thing? The minimalization shit.
The regret minimization factor.
That. Yes. So I get that, but if you feel like, can you explain that to the listeners really quick?
Basically you're just open to more thing and receptive to offers because, you know, one thing that you don't want to live in life is in regret. Feel like, damn, I could have been happy with her. Mm-hmm. Yo, she looks mad happy. They on adventures. That could have been me.
It could have been, but it ain't.
Yeah, but it ain't.
So it's best to know, like in your situation, because I feel like you both kind of had that, not necessarily right now, but I know with you, Mark, you talked about having that situation, and you knew she was a good one. All your boys was just like, your family and your boys was just like, you're fucking dumb, you fucked up, like why'd you know what I mean? But you knew in your heart that you weren't ready, and you decided to cut her loose. And like you said, the next thing you know, she ended up getting married. You're like, oh, okay. In your situation, you decided to take that 20%. No, sorry, the 80%. Right? Wait.
I minimized my regrets.
Yes. So you decided to go through with it. And look, you're in a happy relationship. So
yeah, I'm in a happy relationship, but I'm gonna sit there like, oh, it was happy. Like, nigga, I had my troubled waters. Like,
that's the reality.
That's the reality of it.
Like what old boy was saying about with your mind thinking of what possibly could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm going. I've had my situations like that in my relationship I'm in right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that just being able to talk to the other person and being able to have that conversation to where you don't have to feel that way, or they give you that reassurance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's for real. That's real though, man.
And I wanted to say this, like,
okay,
the reality, man, is as far as the regret factor. When you open yourself up to being hurt, that's the reality. When you move forward and being in a relationship.
Taking that
the
risk.
Possibility, you're taking a risk every fucking time.
You take a risk every day. Waking up, B.
Being black in America,
crossing the fucking street, eating dead animals.
No rabbits.
No rabbits.
Or eating lettuce with E. coli.
E. coli.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Dang, romaine lettuce. No,
you stupid. But yeah, definitely. Definitely, let's take the time to love one another, love ourselves, and make sure that we're in a good space, in a good place, and so that we can at least hope for a healthy relationship. With that being said, that's it. Story time.
I just had to end it on something, like that, just to let it know that we put a button on this, man. Shout outs and parting words. Kmart.
Shout out to my fam, D, for the comments and stuff like that. So it was very interesting. I appreciate you, listening as well. Appreciate that. Shout out to Kofi Kingston. He's the new champ now. So that's right.
I know you was happy as hell.
Hell yeah, man.
Booty-os in full effect. No,
hey, man. Kofi don't win, we riot, homie. That's what it is.
Oh, my gosh.
That's real shit. 11 years in the grind, man. So, shouts to him, man. So,
I came across an article talking about Vince being,
yeah,
racist or whatever. Well, not racist, but,
racist, but
not so quick to, being receptive.
Hey, to put a black guy.
That puts this way, man. The fans have spoken, man. Everybody was talking about, yo, Kofi Mania, homie, better happen. So he got on the card. He got on the card, and the opportunity he took that shit. So
and I know that
they listen to the community. So
I know that means a lot because of course, wrestling is scripted. We get that, but once you become champion, you're the face of the company.
Yep.
You're the face of the company. You're the number one guy. You get the most video, mic time, and all that stuff, and promos and stuff like that. And just like how things are shifting, you had the Black Panther, you got Get Out, you got Us. You getting now. I think media representations are starting to it has a pendulum swing now, as and it's letting people all over the world know through media that black people. We just like everyone else, nigga. Like, we like pro wrestling. We like comic books. We like anime. Like, we're not all thugs and stuff like that people always perceive us to be. So I'm glad that he's champion. Yeah. Even though I haven't watched wrestling in years. But, I still check on it here and there. It's just weird seeing Triple H bald. Mm-hmm. It's weird seeing Shawn Michaels bald.
Oh, man.
Kurt Angle retiring. Happy trails, Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Batista, you thought he got dusted. No, he came back to WrestleMania.
Crop dusted.
He got crop dusted.
Stupid.
Get your in-game tickets ready. Field trip? No, I guess.
I'm with it.
Yeah, we gotta get some tickets though. Tickets are already sold out right now.
All right, already.
The tickets are dusted, nigga.
Already,
Go
dog.
to the box office, dust.
That's stupid.
What tickets?
Hey guys, I don't feel so good.
Stupid.
You about to get your tickets. You look at the seats and shit, reserved seating.
The seats fade away and shit. What seating? That was suck.
Shout out to Space Devo, as they call Thanos. All right. Anything else, Kmart?
Nah, that's about it.
All right. What's about you? What about you, Easy?
Of course, shout outs to my lady, Miss Dashe, doing her thing out there on the road. She's in the VA right now.
Okay. Virginia.
Yeah.
We got listeners out there.
Hopefully
Shout out to
Trey Songz
Virginia.
is out of town.
You stupid.
So he don't go to R&B only.
VA, baby. Believe it.
Summer,
yeah.
baby.
Shout outs to her. Shout outs to everybody that supported Kingston for winning. You know what I'm saying? That aren't black. I have to say that.
Yeah.
You know, because I really appreciate people that call a spade when they're not black.
Right.
You know, see it as it is. Like, it's just recognize real. Like, come on, man. Like, the pendulum swinging because people ain't with that bullshit. Like,
We've seen that movie before.
yeah, and it's
Jordan Peele
taking
says.
more than black folks to push this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I have to shout you people out, whoever supporting the movement that ain't black and that ain't brown. But I had one more shout out. I can't think of it. Well, go ahead, Nessa. Maybe I'll get it back.
Okay. Of course, shout out to everybody that participated in both the live and my polls for my NSA. Shout out to Nick Cannon if it is legit, you know, about him vowing to finish up to the documentary.
I believe him.
Yeah,
I believe it. I believe it. Shout out to him because that's a very interesting and dangerous role to take. Some may say. So shout out to him because of that. Shout out to everybody that is honoring Nipsey in their concerts, on their podcasts, and just any form of like outlet and platforms.
That's what I was gonna
that
shout
they
out.
have.
Dreamville
run.
dedication.
Yeah, I was gonna shout out J.
At
Cole.
Dreamville.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. That's just
The Big Sean freestyle too.
yeah. Like it's just dope. You know what I mean? And fuck everybody that is on some fuck shit. You know, with the whole. You know, like clout chasers and just getting upset for people showing empathy. I think that y'all
one of those like, oh, now you want to be Nip fans?
Yeah,
like,
fuck you niggas, man.
That shit. Shut the fuck up. It's
New
like
Nip fans. Fuck out of here.
and
dog.
that's the thing people doesn't understand, the fact that this is a very traumatic experience for people, and the fact that they're trying to find the negative in it because there's so much positivity.
Yeah.
You just you fucking stupid. Like I don't know what else to say about
you know,
that.
like everybody wants to have some type of fucking like
some
you
kind
know.
of say into it. Like,
yeah, they want to feel
They wanna-
entitled and shit.
yeah.
Fuck out of here, man.
you know, like
I was
I
here
get the
first.
I'm the new Nip fans, the angry LGBTQ people saying like, well, Nip was a homophobe. Why should I care about his
Yeah,
dad?
fuck y'all.
I was
too,
like,
man.
y'all need to chill on that shit too. Kodak Black talking about, oh, you know, she gonna be a whole widow, and
She
I'm
a
gonna
widow out here.
and I'm gonna be a.
him. Fuck Future for the comment that he
Oh
made.
yeah,
Well,
Future
trying to compare
compared
himself?
himself to
Come on, man.
like, oh, niggas went in on Future on the comment section. They went in on him. Like, that shit was hilarious though. But as far as I was about to say, Kodak Black situation, it's like, homie, chill.
Yeah.
And the fact that like don't someone should have raised them better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, no this to Florida, but what do you expect from Florida niggas?
I mean, but I just, you know, without, you know, but in the video, I'll give credit to his boy saying too soon.
Don't
my nigga.
do it.
You know, stop talking. Niggas was saying too soon, dude. When he was talking about that, all
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, yo,
Should listen
He
to
need to
your
listen to
niggas.
his niggas, man.
Should listen to your niggas.
And another thing, this nigga, man, he apologizes and then try to go at people online talking about I'm gonna be in every city. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to do the one up, the square up, nigga? The straight fade? You don't want that shit.
Oh boy.
Nigga, you better fucking chill
I think,
out, dude.
and I think isn't he living in LA for a little bit too? Like, dude,
He's
don't know.
everywhere right now.
Yeah,
you know?
don't
Did
know.
you know? I think the LA stations like stopped his music.
They stopped his music. The trap. What is it? That trap.
Karaoke?
Museum.
A trap
Museum. They took out his shit from it. Yeah, like he has like a wall with Kodak Black, and it shows them taking it. Someone was recording, and the security was like, kind of like, "Oh, don't record this." But people were taking his shit out, so he's no longer in the trap museum.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, he need to chill. Like, nigga, be a man and own up to your shit, dude.
And also fuck everybody that's on some shit like, oh, so now y'all are canceling him when he was doing da. I feel like it's like
His rape allegations.
Yes,
that he had
I feel
out
like
in
all of
South
that
Carolina.
shit, people were already like not really fucking with him, but this might have been, what is it?
The straw that broke the camel's
yes.
back. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people there. I just can't with people. Like, no, they're not just saying fuck everything else, and this is the only thing important. This was just.
It's like, all right, nigga, we gave y'all so many chances after you being alleged with
Like,
messing
and
with
it's
these
not
little
like
girls.
and it's not like it
all
wasn't
this
brought
other
to
shit.
light. Like, people brought to light, and then the people talk, oh, see, it's black on black. Shut the fuck up.
And I'm a
Shut
firm
the
believer
fuck
of
up.
saying, like,
There's just a
Kodak,
difference between,
I like your music,
but holding niggas
but-
accountable. That's all.
but
we're
yeah,
doing.
but I will hold you accountable
Exactly.
and fade your motherfucking ass off if you want that head up. Like,
I said what I said.
because I already didn't like him. Already didn't like him disrespecting Lil Wayne and his daughter. Talking about something. I'm not gonna hit Lil Wayne. I weigh 180. Well, nigga, I weigh more than you. Like, you don't want
Talking
that.
about he
nigga.
should have died as a baby.
He gonna run and
like-
get his gun. Little bitch ass shit. You don't want that fade, dude.
This boy wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, so special fuck you to all them motherfuckers that I just said fuck you to. So those were my shout outs.
And then I know Charlamagne put
Those
him
are
as
shout outs.
I know Charlamagne put him as donkey of the day, and he talking about like L.A. talking about selective morality. It's like, why would you guys cancel this music, even if all these other allegations, you guys should have canceled them a long time ago. But I'm like, my nigga, Charlamagne, you my guy. Like
I
you're
really
my
want
idol.
to hear your take on
You're
that.
my idol, like in that type of sense. But my nigga, you just defended Cardi B
Yeah.
for drugging niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah, it's
like,
been a few times I've had to say my nigga to him, like,
and-
or about him.
And you still have that pending
Yeah.
case too, my nigga. Like, tread lightly.
Should we
Yeah.
not? Should we like stop listening to Brilliant Idiots and
And Breakfast
Everything
Club,
else? Yeah, and everything else you
it's
behind?
crazy. Like I said, you still my nigga. Like, dude, I went to your book signing. I went to I listened to Shook Ones. I'm a faithful Brilliant Idiots listener, and I listened to your Donkeys of the Day faithfully. But my nigga, like, that's when I'm like, all right, man, walk carefully, my nigga, on that one. When people start talking about selective morality, because everyone got their skeletons, everyone got their
Yeah.
faults and shit like that. Everyone does.
Yep.
But when you start saying like other people being selective, I would have.
Choice of words.
Choice of words is very
Yeah.
important, and that's why I have to say, old man Ebro was right on his. He was on the button on his playing yourself when he talked about Kodak Black. He's like, I ain't gonna talk about Kodak Black because I've been saying this for a long time. What do you want me now? Y'all want me to go turn up on him? No, I already did my part. I talked to this man face to face, and he didn't want to talk about it, about the sexual allegations, and niggas got mad at Ebro for bringing it up. You hear that silence?
I remember that.
That's silent. That little silent moment said a lot. But shit. But yeah. Anything else? Is it up to me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Shout
it's
outs.
up to you now.
Shout outs to your NSA, because it made me think about my girlfriend, my woman, who's been helping me heal and get better. So shout outs to you, Olivia.
She been holding it down.
Yeah, she been holding the nigga down. Love you. And my second shout out will be to all the vigils that were held in San Diego. I heard there was 3.
Yeah.
I heard it was 3. You said it too.
That's tight.
Yeah, you know, that's dope. So San Diego was showing a lot of love. And shit, I had one more in mind.
Well, while you thinking about it, I'm gonna say shout outs to motherfucking Gilly the Kid, right? Snoop Dogg, Tank, T.I. for telling nigga you got a pocket.
Expeditiously.
Game.
You got a pocket, nigga. Game. And everybody else that I forgot to shout out that, you know, spoke up.
Yeah, some people were saying
You
how
need to hold people accountable, man.
they were, you know, the fact that why, like, someone just pick up the phone and call him. Why are they doing all that? And then I saw another comment that was like, well, why should they hit him in private for shit that he's doing in public?
Yeah.
And not only that, like you said with the whole Ebro thing, like he had hit him up like to talk, like,
yeah,
you know,
but
off
even
air.
then, but even then, people will feel like, well, he tried to put it on the show for ratings and go viral. So like,
it's like, you know,
it's like
I'm a listener.
You can't win for losing,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna talk shit like that because I'm a listener and I want to know this shit. I want to hear him explain his.
As a consumer, yeah,
I want him to, you know, explain his side.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with that?
My last shout out, and it actually been helping me out with my relationship. Shout out to Devon Franklin. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's a Hollywood producer. He's also a preacher
And a husband.
and a husband to Darla Dudley. Shout outs to DC for making Megan Good a superhero.
Yeah.
Yay.
Shout outs to DC for that. But you know, that is the husband of Megan Good, and he has a book out called The Truth About Men and finding healthy dating habits and things of that nature. And I haven't finished the audiobook, and I listened to him on different podcasts. I listened to him on the Roommates podcast. Heard him on the Breakfast Club, so I decided to give his book a listen on Audible, and I'm learning a lot of valuable things about myself, about dating, about how to make your woman feel special, and taking upon these tips are definitely helping me out. So shout outs to you, Mr. Devon Franklin.
That's where I've come to respect the man, even though when I was, you know, crushing on Megan Good, he had to go ahead and take that away. Cause I've seen him do live events and stuff, and women would try to trash him being with Megan or try to trash Megan Good while he's there. He would dead that quick.
Good.
And he's big on making his woman feel good and feel, you know, appreciated and stuff. And I respect him for that because I'm the type of guy that wants to do that for mine.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what's up to hear all this going on because I haven't been following him lately.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this book. But yeah, in closing,
If you enjoy listening,
I hate you.
because we do what we love and love what we do. If you're not being your motherfucking self, you know what I gotta say. The jig is up. And we out.
You're so dumb, I swear.
Please don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you follow us, rate,
Did this
and review us.
motherfucker tether take over and shit? The fuck?
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
He's not the tethered one.
Check us out pod.
He's the actual real one.
And also, stay tuned for our Patreon. Patreon.com/the chick is up. All right, I'm gonna get a glass of water.
Yes.
We'll see you on the ASR. Peace.